Good evening and welcome to this 7-4A matchup in the homecoming game. We welcome the Lake Cougars from Nashville, and now we will begin our homecoming ceremony. Tonight, we gather to celebrate a time-honored tradition that has brought generations of scrappers together. A celebration of school pride, community, and the spirit that unites us all. Homecoming is a special moment to honor the history and legacy of Nashville High School, to reconnect with friends and alumni, and to embrace the joy and excitement that define this cherished event. It is time to come together as a family, cheer for our scrappers, and uphold the traditions that make our school community so unique. Please join us now in welcoming the 2025 Nashville High School Homecoming Court. Our first classmate is Miss Parker Alexis Tate. She is the daughter of Stephen Lynn Tate. Parker has competed on the Scrapper Golf. Cheer captain and receiving All-American honors 3 times. She was also a 4-year member of the Scrapperette softball team and a committed leader in student council, currently serving as senior representative. Beyond her school activities, Parker is actively involved in the First Baptist Church youth group. Following graduation, she plans to attend Ouachita Baptist University, where she will pursue a degree in elementary education. In the afternoon ceremony, she was escorted by Lucas Elliott. Her escort tonight is her father, Steve Tate. Riley May. Riley is the daughter of Roy and Julie Backus. She's been an active and accomplished member of the Nashville High School community, earning 3 letters in tennis and participating in scrap media, FCA, and National Honor Society. Her favorite high school memory is winning the girls' doubles state championship in tennis with her partner, Addison Tate, in 2024. Outside of school, she is an active member of the First Baptist Church and the First Baptist Youth Group. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Arkansas, University of Central Arkansas, where she will pursue a degree in communication sciences and disorders. Escorted this afternoon by Demetrius Shelley, escorted this evening by her father, Roy Backus. Our next classmate is Miss Maddie Tollett and Carrie Tollett. She's been an active and accomplished member of the Nashville High School, earning induction into the National Honor Society and participating in the intern program, where she gained valuable experience at Howard Memorial Hospital, Howard Memorial Pediatric Therapy Center, and Nashville Primary School. She is an active member of the Murfreesboro Church of Christ. In her free time, she enjoys shopping with her mom and grandmother, hunting with her dad. Following graduation, she plans to attend Costott Community College, and the University of Central Arkansas, pursuing a career as a speech-language pathologist. She was escorted this afternoon by KJ Calder. Her escort tonight is her brother, Landon Tyler. Please welcome Tyler. Gracie is the daughter of Matt and Carrie Tollett. She is an active member of the Murfreesboro Church of Christ and enjoys spending time outdoors as well as hanging out with her family and friends. Gracie has gained valuable experience through her intern positions at Nashville Primary, Howard Memorial Hospital, the Pediatric Therapy Center, and her work at Amelia's Piccalilli. Following graduation, she plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas and the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, majoring in diagnostic medical sonography with hopes of one day working at Arkansas Children's Hospital. Escorted this Tosh, being escorted this evening by her father, Matt Tollett. Our next classmate is Miss Donna Claire Hendry. Claire is the daughter of Jared and Stephanie Hendry. She has been a dedicated member of the Mighty Scrapper Band for 7 years. She played flute and piccolo and currently serves as the drum major. She was also selected by faculty as an Arkansas State Girls Delegate and is a member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Claire enjoys hunting and riding horses and is an active member of the Pleasant Springs Missionary Baptist Church. Following graduation, she plans to study criminology at the University of Central Arkansas and aspires to serve as an FBI agent or a member of the Secret Service. Escorted this afternoon by Hayden Gray, she is escorted this evening by her father, Jared Indy. Our first football maid is Miss Natalie Nicole Talley. She is the daughter of Brent and Karen Talley. Natalie is a 4-year letterman in soccer, a proud member of the National Honor Society, and an active participant in Nashville FFA. She serves as sentinel for the Nashville High chapter. She is also involved in the Arkansas High School Rodeo Association. Beyond her school activities, she is a dedicated member at Cross Point Cowboy Church. Following graduation, she plans to attend Southern Arkansas University, where she will pursue a degree in education. She was escorted this afternoon by Josh Walker, and her escort this evening is her father, Brent Talley. Miss Genesis Pryor is Genesis is the daughter of Darrell Pryor Jr. and Jada and Tim Green. She serves as a manager for the football team, is a 4-year letterman in track, and is an active member of the NHS Spanish Club. Outside of school, Genesis is dedicated to her church, where she participates in her youth group. After graduation, she plans to attend Jackson State and pursue a career in nursing, proudly following in her family's footsteps. She was escorted this afternoon by Micaiah Johnson. Her escort this evening is her father, Darrell Pryor Jr. Miss Michaela Marks. Michaela is the daughter of Tanya Poindexter and Lawrence Marks. She serves as a manager for both the football and basketball teams. At Nashville High School, she is a 4-year letterman in track. She is active in her church, where she volunteers and serves as secretary of her Bible study group. Michaela also enjoys assisting her mother with CPR classes and will soon be certified herself as a CPR instructor. Her future plans include attending Arkansas State University and pursuing a career as a nurse practitioner or a pediatrician. She was escorted this afternoon by Abari Williams. Her escort this evening is her brother, Trayvon O'Gwen. Is Miss Madeline Albrecht Brinkman. Maddie is the daughter of Eric and Mindy Brinkman. She has been a cheerleader for 3 years and currently serves as captain of the cheer squad. She is also a 2-year letterman in soccer and an active member of FBLA. Outside of school, Maddie is a member of Hope Church of Christ and enjoys playing pickleball and spending time with family and friends. Following graduation, she plans to attend Harding University and the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, pursuing a degree in diagnostic medical sonography. Her escort this afternoon was Carson Chambers, being escorted this evening by her father, Eric Brinkman. In school, she is an active member of the First Baptist Church Youth Group. After graduation, she plans to continue her softball career at Ouachita Baptist University while pursuing a degree in nursing. Her afternoon escorts were Luis Flores and Carson Kirby, being escorted this evening by her father, Evan Tompkins. Welcome, maid of honor, Miss Ellison Rose Wallace. She is the daughter of Ben and Lindsay Wallace. Ellie is an accomplished member of Nashville High School, participating in scrap media, National Honor Society, Spanish Club, and serving as treasurer of the Student Council. She is also a 4-year letterman in softball, where she was selected all-conference 3 times. Her favorite high school memory was the victory over Monticello in the 2024 regional softball tournament. Outside of school, Ellie is a member of the Sunset Church of Christ. She loves spending time with friends and family. Following graduation, Ellie plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas and pursue a career as a medical sonographer. Her escorts this afternoon were Jared Perez and Tucker Dixon, being escorted this evening by her father, Ben Wally. And now, would you introduce to you the 2025 Nashville High School Homecoming Queen, Miss Jayla Janice Hendricks. Jayla is the daughter of Gerald and Elaine Hendricks. She has proudly cheered on the sidelines for the Scrappers for 6 years and earned All-American honors 4 times. In addition, she has served on the Student Council for 3 years, is an active member of both the NHS Robotics team and the NHS Spanish Club. Following graduation, she plans to attend Southern Arkansas University and pursue a doctorate in physical therapy. She was escorted this afternoon by Braden Irby and Cortez Cooper. Tonight, she's being escorted and crowned by her father, Gerald Hendricks. And now, Queen Jayla will be crowned by her father. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Queen Jayla and the 2025 Nashville High School Homecoming Court. And now we will continue with our pregame ceremonies as I invite you to stand as the Nashville Scrapper Band will lead us in the Nashville High School alma mater. Now please remain standing for the invocation to be given by Nashville High School senior Ray Harmon, and this will be followed by senior Rain Morris leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The invocation, Ray Harmon.
Pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day and for the many blessings of it. Lord, we thank you for allowing us to gather here today and support these athletes as they play this game. Lord, we ask that you watch over each and every player and allow them to play with the best of their ability. We ask that you keep us safe as we travel home tonight. And most of all, we thank you for sending your one and only Son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross for our sins so that we may have a hope in heaven one day and if found faithful in your sight. And forgive us when we fail, and it's your name we pray. Amen.
And now, Rain Morris will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
We're not even going to come over. They warmed up on the old practice field across the street over there, across from our old gym. And so we're still waiting on those captains. It is official week where we like to, the AAA has asked us to recognize all of the officials out there, and Mike's down there with them now. But you can see them bringing some gift bags over here as there's junior high principal Hannah Toper getting the bags for them. But we do want to recognize the officials. Johnny Wilson, the PA public address announcer, is going to read a script for them. And so all across the state of Arkansas, we're trying to recognize these guys that give their time. You wouldn't be able to play a Friday night ball game without them.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. And I want to tell you what, I don't know what the officials get paid.
Not enough.
There is not an amount of money for me that I would be an official, especially in football, but any high school sporting event.
It's tough.
I was telling you the other day I'd help with some volleyball, and I wouldn't even do volleyball. I would not be an official for any high school sport. I mean, there is no, a lot of times you don't want to be recognized. You don't want the fans to recognize you because you don't want them to remember you after the game is over. But it's a tough job. I mean, I'm surprised that it's not harder to find officials for games.
I can see the Fountain Lake Cobras. They're not even going to walk over. You see the bus driving through to our bus garage area. They're going to just pull them up to the gate and let them get off. We're going to play a football game here shortly. But there's the Panthers. The Panthers. Lord, I'm getting ahead of the purple team. The Cobras coming, getting off the bus. We're getting closer and closer. Talking about a few of those Cobras there, Mark. Three main guys you got to stop on this offense for the Cobras tonight. That's going to be the quarterback. That's Cooper Buss. He's a junior. And their big guy, their big weapon is going to be Casey Hare. He's also a junior, a receiver for the Cobras, and Peyton Harwood is also a receiver, another junior. So they've got a lot of good juniors. They're kind of like the Scrappers. They're kind of young. They got some 10th and 11th graders. You're going to see these guys again as they file off the bus, come right through the gate, and they're going to get ready to play some football over there.
Yeah, that Peyton Harwood, he's a heck of a player. All-state last year. And set a state record for receptions in Arkansas, and 111 for over 1,000 yards last year. 1,400 yards, 23 touchdowns. That's not bad. And like you said, that's someone that Nashville has got to look at and slow down. And Coach, while we have just a moment here as we get ready, we want to thank Hickory House as always for their sponsorship of the Brad Cheshire Coaches Show.
Yes, sir.
Always a pleasure to be eating at the Hickory House. And, of course, we want to thank our internet streaming sponsor, the Church on the Rock of Nashville.
Well, I'll tell you, we couldn't do it with all these sponsors as I went or had Coach Worthen. Go pick up Sonic for our officials. They ate Sonic tonight over before the game, and we certainly appreciate Miss Teresa down there. I'm going to tell you, this lady, she takes care of us. Anything we need from the Nashville Sonic is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, and so we certainly appreciate Sonic. On Thursday night, it's Chicken Express. Mike Ayat and Dr. Lance do the ball games, and so Chicken Express comes in here, and they do it. As the captains are getting closer and closer to getting to midfield, we're going to turn it over to Mike Ayat. Mike, take it away down there.
Yes, sir. We're meeting at midfield, just about ready for the coin toss.
And going out there, Mark, you see Carson Kirby and Josh Walker and Abari Williams. They're the Nashville captains tonight.
All right, man, I got a coin right here. There's heads, there's tails. Heads, tails. You're the visitors, you're going to make the call. He calls tails, you hear him. All right, I'm going to let it hit the ground, all right? It is a tails. You want the ball. Kick to the clock. Turn your backs over here.
Guys, Fountain Lake won the toss. They elect to receive. Nashville will be kicking south to north. Thank you, Dr. Glenn Lance, Nashville Family Dentistry, for this sideline report.
All right, thank you, Mike Elliott. Boy, Mike goes down there, and he was Johnny on the spot last week at Arkadelphia, and Dr. Glenn Lance providing that sideline report. Mike, I tell you, has been doing it for a while. We appreciate him. As the quarterback, that was the guy that we're going to be calling his name a lot there. As they sent out one guy, that was Cooper Buss as the captain. And so we're getting closer and closer to game time. And I'll tell you, like you say, you really want to get after these guys and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The longer you let an underdog like Fountain Lake stay in the game, the better chance they've got, the more confidence they get. So it'd be nice to see Nashville come out and jump out to an early lead, much like they did last year. Last week, Fountain Lake ended up losing, like you mentioned, to Bauxite. The close game, though, 46-39. That was a one-score game, and Fountain Lake was right there with Bauxite the whole time. And just to give you an idea about Bauxite, they beat Magnolia, who beat beat Nashville first game of the season. So Bauxite's not a bad team this year.
Well, the Nashville Scrappers have gone through to the north end. We've been doing that ever since I've been here, so that's over 40 years. And as they go to the north end zone, and they'll say a prayer to the good Lord upstairs, and we're ready to play a little Scrapper football as we get ready, as the Scrappers are now on the sideline. And officials are right there at the start. Johnny Wilson has talked about the officiating crew and how much we appreciate those guys with the Arkansas Activities Association, and we are getting close to playing Scrapper football. As like I say, it's going to be interesting to see what Scrapper team comes out there. Is it going to be a team that is still living on Arkadelphia? Is it going to be a team that's, hey, we're ready to go and let's get after these guys and see which team kind of shows up out there, Mark?
Well, I think we're going to see a team that has shown improvement each and every week this year, and I think they're going to come out focused this week and ready to play. No lingering effects from the big win last week. As we get set for opening kickoff, we want to remind everyone that our sponsor for opening kickoff is Tony Fothery Sand and Gravel. We want to thank Tony Fothery Sand and Gravel for sponsoring the opening kickoff here on Scrapper Football.
That's exactly right. Tony Fothery, I'm telling you, anything you need, gravel-wise, dirt-wise, whatever you need, a dozer, you need an excavator, you need a dump truck, Tony Fothery is your guy, so don't hesitate to call Tony Fothery. He will take care of all your dirt needs. As Perez tees it up, he's going to tee it up at the 40-yard line on that left hash mark. Nashville kicking off in the solid orange uniform. It's everything orange out there tonight, Mark.
It is. Those are the uniforms that remind me of Clemson the most. Very, very much similar to the Clemson Tiger uniform.
So Perez with the approach. It's a sky kick over to about the 25-yard line. The Cobras will take it there, and right there on the spot is going to be Jalen Staggers. I'm talking the guy barely had it in his hands, and he's going to be tackled there. Nice job on the kickoff team by Staggers.
And so, Coach, you know Fountain Lake's going to come out. You know they're going to be throwing the ball. How important is it for Nashville to get a stop here on this first drive?
You just want to get your blood flowing right here. You got that defense that played a heck of a game last week, and you just want to continue to get better every game. And that's what we're looking at right here. So that'll be Bradley along with Williamson, Irby, and M.J. Johnson makes up that front four, and they're a good one up there. So the Cobras come out. They'll have one back spit to the right side. They're going to roll right, and he wants to throw the football quickly. Good coverage coming up by Gray that time. As the quarterback for the Cobras, that was Buss rolling to his right and trying to sprint out there on that pass. And it was a low pass, but boy, Gray right there to make the play.
Yeah, that was excellent coverage that time. Hard to play it any better. And Fountain Lake player a little slow to get up. And was that the receiver that time who's –
yeah, I can't.
Kind of limping to the sideline.
Can you see who that is over there?
Is that an 8 or a 9 on the?
I want to say that's going to be number 8. That's probably Cason Collins over there is what I've got on my notes. So the 2nd and 10 for the Cobras. They'll come up. The ball's placed on the left hash mark. They're working right to left on your radio dial. As the Cobras will send 2 receivers to each side, running back to the right side to Buss the quarterback. He snaps the football to him. He's across the middle quick, and that's a quick hitter up in the open. They got room to run. That's probably going to be a touchdown unless we can catch him. Hawthorne after him. Can he catch him? He will get him at about the 4 or 3 yard line, catches him from behind, and that's just a crossing pattern, a quick hitter right across he got right behind our linebackers, and there was nobody there. We had to catch him from behind, so a huge chunk play for the Cobras.
Yeah, big play as he kind of broke in the middle of those defensive backs in the secondary. And once he did, he had an opening all the way down inside the 10 to about the 6. And fortunately, the Scrappers able to catch him from behind and not let him in the end zone.
So the ball lays right at that 6 yard line. They move it back a couple of yards, and Buss in the shotgun to the back to his right. Doubles to each side for the Cobras. Nashville showing pressure at the line of scrimmage. There's a snap and knocked down. Good play coming in there that time by Ayat for the Scrappers and knocked that pass down.
Yeah, excellent play. Good good pursuit inside, a good quick rush by Elliott coming in and then getting his hands up when he saw the quarterback going back to throw and knocks it down, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 6.
Great job. We brought him off the edge that time. Elliott come off that left defensive side, so Cobras have come out with the same forward. This time they're going to send trips to the boundary. That's going to be the short side of the field on that right hash mark. Bust the quarterback. He'll take it, and again, wanting to throw. He's got a man open. That's an easy touchdown. Just run a little out pattern over there, and that's the guy you talked about. That's going to be Peyton Harwood for the easy touchdown. That's too easy right there, Mark.
Yeah, that was just an easy pitch and catch. Nothing, no real coverage that time. No one right in his face anyway to challenge him on the reception, and an easy, almost like a long handoff that time.
They didn't run the play. They didn't run the football one time that time, Mark. So 11-10, Fountain Lake up 6-0 over Nashville. Here's the PAT, and it's going to be blocked by the Scrapper defensive line. So with 11-10 to go here in the first quarter, Cobras, they strike first on about, 4 straight passing plays?
4 straight, and went 77 yards on the drive.
All right, Cobras up 6-0. Got to get going, folks. We'll be right back. This is Scrapper Football. Good.
Awesome.
For over 30 years, Staveley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner. Knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office
That
today,
probably wouldn't have
explore our
happened
new
if I got some
website, or
M&Ms.
scan our
You
QR
didn't
code to
have
get
them last
started.
week, so we're not having
Call us
them.
today
Yeah, but
at
that would
We win tonight.
It would have been a bigger
845-1188.
win though if I'd had those
Oh,
M&Ms.
Lord, here we go.
Some fresh ones too, not old ones from last
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
All right, folks, we're back. There's the onside kick by the Cobras. Good job by Tucker Dixon coming up and fielding it. Nashville will have great field position. Boy, it just hopped right over that front line. Dixon right at the right place at the right time, Mark.
Yeah, and Fountain Lake coming out very aggressively in this game. 4 straight passes, no runs on their first possession. Then the onside kick following a quick touchdown. And Fountain Lake, we talked about it in the pregame that they get up for Nashville and they are coming to play and they want to take the win back home.
So trips to the left side, one receiver to the right. Hobson, your quarterback, will hand it to Tucker Dixon. Dixon on the outside zone to the left side. Got running room. Dixon, the hard runner, he's up the sideline. A big gain up that Fountain Lake sideline, and they'll move the chain. So that's a good sign to see out of the Nashville offense.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons I was a little surprised to see Fountain Lake going for the onside kick, because you think Nashville probably wants to come out and run the ball more. And, they're giving the Scrappers a shorter field to work with.
All right, Nashville with doubles to each side. This time it's going to be the reverse to Perrin. Perrin's got running room on the outside. Perrin is up to the 20. Perrin's going to cut back at the 10. Perrin will run over a Cobra, and he's across down to about the 5-yard line. So a nice play on the little reverse play back to Bryce Perrin.
Of course, Fountain Lake might know that it doesn't matter where the Scrappers start from. They're going to be able to run the ball, and they look very impressive so far on this opening drive for the Scrappers.
And it looks like we have a timeout being called. And I think Fountain Lake, did they call that one, Mark?
I didn't see who called the timeout that time.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. Nashville knocking on the door after trailing here early 6-0. We'll be right back. This is Scrapper Football.
York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the Scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense. Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845-5930. Go Scrappers.
At Your School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10 Minute Lube Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located
All right, folks, we're back. Jacoby Hobson will take the snap over the right side, and I believe he's in there for the score,
And for
Mark.
the touchdown, yes.
So Jacoby Hobson picks up right where he left off from last week. Hobson takes it in from the 5-yard line, and just like that, we're tied at 6 apiece with 10:31 to go. Now here's the trick coming home right here. Can the Nashville Scrappers finally get on board with the kicking game as Luis Flores will come in to attempt the point after? Staggers to snap it. There's a good high snap, though, and that ball is kicked, and it's right down the middle. Flores with the extra point, and Nashville up 7-6 with 10:13 to go, or 10:31 to go in the first quarter. Let's get that defense going, and we'll take another quick break. Nashville up 7-6 in this 7-4A conference game. Come back and join us here on 99.5 and the Nashville Scrapper live stream, Scrap Media, on the YouTube network.
Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil
Let's get that
changes, air
touchdown
filters,
sponsor
and
when we
general
get
car
back
maintenance.
to.
Keep your car running. Get your oil changed at 10 Minute Lube. Go
Yeah, right. Well, Jim bought a new. He bought a new one this weekend. It's not on there, so I don't know. We need to swing that. I don't know what he wants.
One in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers.
All right, we're back. Just had the kickoff there by Perez. He kicked it down to about the 10, and they return it out to about the 30. Where are they going to mark it down at, Mark?
Looks like around the 32, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. As the ball will be placed down at the 32-yard line for the Cobras. It'll be marked on the right hash. Cobra so far yet to have a running play in this ball game as Nashville leads it by 1, 7-6.
And, Coach, because of that touchdown, we want to thank our touchdown sponsor, and that, of course, is the First Trust Home Loans with Robbie Stavely. Thank you, Robbie, for sponsoring the touchdowns this year for the Scrappers.
And we're going to have a defensive player jump off sides right there before the snap. And you know, my old saying on that
I was going to say, Coach, if there was something they could watch that would indicate when the snap was going to be,
that's just
is there anything they
there
could do that they could look at?
And I mean, he's right on top of the football, too. But I'm not calling no names. Here we go. It's going to be 1st and 5 for the Cobras. Snap to bust. Going to hand it off for the first time. And maybe that's why he's not doing it. He is swarmed by a mass of orange jerseys. Getting there is M.J. Johnson. And also going in there is going to be Aid along with Williamson. So no gain at all on that play. Almost maybe a half-yard loss. We're going to call it 2nd down and 5 for the Cobra offense. Doubles to each side. Ball lays on the right hash. Running back now in the pistol formation. They'll put a man in motion in deep orbit, and they'll run the pitch on the option play. Nashville right there to shut it down. Maybe a gain of a yard, maybe a half yard on that, so it's going to bring up 3rd down, and we're going to call it we will call it about 4 yards to go for the Cobras.
Yeah, it's a solid 4 to go for
maybe
for
5.
Fountain Lake. They've got to get up just past the 42-yard line of the Cobras. And, I'm expecting a pass here, and I'm sure you're feeling the same way. Cobras came out and really threw the ball well on their first possession.
Well, let's see if we've made some adjustments here during that break. Doubles to each side, back on the right side, a bust the quarterback. They're waiting to snap in the gun. There's the snap, looking to throw the quick game. He'll throw it out. Almost picked off there by the Nashville defenders as that was Northcross. He said, you're going to keep doing that. I'm going to come get that thing. So good job breaking on it. Just went right through his hands. Trendon Northcross, a talented sophomore defensive back over there.
Yeah, Northcross was right there on top of it, read it well, and had a chance at the interception. Just couldn't quite come down with it that time. But it does force a 4th down, and what will Fountain Lake do here? Looks like they're they're going to go for it, it looks like.
They're either going to go for it or the quarterback's going to quick kick it, one of the two. It looks like they are going for it here with fourth down.
Or try to draw Nashville off sides.
And I think that's what they were trying to do. Now I think they're going to take timeout. And so we'll take one with them as Fountain Lake will have a fourth down, and we're going to call it 5 yards to go. We'll be right back. This is Scrapper Football.
We train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive, and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future.
All right, we're back.
Supporter.
Fountain Lake comes up. They go for it there on fourth down, Mark, as he tries to throw. Did you notice the biggest difference right there? Pressure. Pressure made him move. When you make him move, he's not near as accurate, and the ball goes incomplete. So Nashville in great shape as they'll take the ball over on downs.
Yeah, that was good pressure up the middle by the Scrappers and forcing Bus to try and get rid of the ball a little bit sooner than he wanted to, and Nashville takes over in great field position, even better than their first drive when they took over near midfield. This time they're inside Fountain Lake territory at the Cobra 38.
So the Scrappers will come out. Ball lays on the left hash. They'll have one receiver to the left. Now we'll move a man across the formation. That's Carson. And we're going to lose the football as Jacoby Hobson he went to give the ball or fake the ball on the power read and just lost the handle of the football. Cobra's come up with the fumble, so there's your first turnover of the night.
Yeah, that one just popped right out of his hands. He wasn't hit or anything that time. In fact, I think Hobson was trying to tuck it away, and when he did, it just kind of squeezed
like he
out.
Threw it forward almost.
Right, yeah, and in Fountain Lake, it just happened to bounce right to the Fountain Lake player, and just like that, the Cobras have it back almost where they turned it over. They lost 1 yard.
So here we go, Cobras with the football, as the ball will be placed at about the 37-yard line. As closer to that right hash mark, they'll have three receivers to the Fountain Lake sideline. That is the short side of the field. And there's the snap. Bus looking to throw, looking. Now he'll throw late. It's going to be like a tunnel screen. Nashville right there all over it. So a good defensive play there by Josh Walker. And then coming to clean it up was a Braden Irby from that defensive tackle spot.
Yeah, Scrapper's right there, and that's going to be a loss of about 5, 6, 7 yards on the play. So that's one that the quarterback probably wishes he had back and could just throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, good job there by Walker. Boy, he was our defensive player last week, and you can see he made a good play on that. You know, the coaches talk about him and said he's in the right place at the right time all the time. So Bus, the quarterback, again with doubles to each side, takes the snap, wants to throw. He's going to throw across the middle, and that's good defense by the Nashville defender. Making a break on the ball that time was Gillum as he knocked that ball down. And, again, that's about the same kind of play they went with the big chunk play earlier.
Yeah, it was the same kind of play, and this time, though, Nashville right there, the defensive back step for step with the Fountain Lake receiver. No chance at all for the completion.
So it'll bring up third down. We're going to call it a long 15 to go for the Cobras. Is that right, Mark? 15?
About 16, yeah, 15, 16 yards, yeah.
All right, doubles to each side. Bus, the quarterback, has a back setting to his right side. Now he looks like he wants to change the play, talking to the two receivers on his left. As he awaits the snap, there it is. Nashville trying to come after him, and again across the middle. It will be complete this time. And I believe he comes up a little short, though, doesn't he, Mark?
He's about 5 yards short. He's going to be down at the Fountain Lake 43, and the Cobras have to get up to their own 47. So 4th down and 4. They went for it earlier, and it was a little bit deeper than this, not much, and so I expect them to go for it again.
Yeah, they're going for it right here. Nashville trying to take the ball back over on downs after committing the fumble. So Bus, the quarterback, you got to stay in there for those down linemen. Don't jump. showing pressure with Walker off the side. Here come the Scrappers, and that's a good job there. Hey, they brought pressure. The throw was high. Northcross right there in position defensively, and again the Cobras turn it over and down on downs. Let's take this thing in now and do something with it, Mark.
Yeah, we need to score this time after another good defensive stop. Take it in, get the touchdown lead, and just kind of get out in front of it now at this point.
So the Scrappers will have the football as they'll have it in Cobra territory. The ball will lay on the left hash. Jacoby Hobson, your Scrapper quarterback, will bring his troops out. Running back will be Tucker Dixon, and then there's that blocking back is going to be Chambers, and this time we'll hand it to Dixon. Dixon this time is going to be hitting the backfield as they brought pressure to the Cobras off the edge, and they're going to drop him for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see the good penetration. The Fountain Lake defensive line was able to get that time. I was expecting Dixon to get outside, break it out, and get a nice gain. Instead, it's a loss of a couple.
Trips to the left side. We're going to throw the football. And it'll go out that time to Applegate. Applegate, the sophomore, with good speed. He'll have a Scrapper first down. So a good job there by Gage Applegate.
Yeah, not only that, he gets the first down for the Scrappers. Keep the chains moving. He's going to be down around the 30. It looks like they're going to mark him down around the 31 or 32. Looks like about the 32.
Boy, I really like me some Applegate. He is a ball player. Here's a snap to Hobson. Nashville goes with tempo, gives it to Dixon over the left side. He'll drop the shoulder pass down. A nice gain for Dixon of about 5 yards on that carry behind that left side of that offensive line, behind big Jamison McIntosh and Wright on that left side.
Yeah, just a good blocking up front, and it didn't look like much, but the Scrappers pick up 4 on first down.
Hobson again has tempo. This time he's going to give it to Dixon again, this time over the right side, and he's going to fumble the football. I don't know if he got it back or not there, Mark. It's going to be third down as Dixon had it knocked out right before he fell, and he got back on top of it, so we're fortunate to get the ball back.
Yeah, he had a nice gain and then lost it right as he was going down, and like you said, very fortunate for the Scrappers to
first down Scrappers
possession.
They'll move the chains as he gets it by a nose of the football. So Nashville again down to that red zone where we had some trouble last week. Let's see if we can get it in that end zone every time we get to the 20 this week. Let's see what we want to do. They really worked it this past week. Hobson with it, going to run power read. He'll keep it on his own. Hobson to the outside. They're not going to touch him. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown Nashville, and Jacoby Hobson makes it look easy.
Yeah, he really did. Had a big lane to run through once he turned it upfield, and when he did, that was, like you said, he went untouched. Easy score, and once again, we want to thank the touchdown sponsor, Robbie Stavely, and First Trust Home Loans as our touchdown sponsor.
All right, Flores back on to attempt this extra point. Let's see if we get a good snap this time. Snap is down, and the kick is up. And that is good. So we're 2 for 2. How about that, Mark Trout, on extra points tonight?
Yeah, that's a nice change. we want. I know we kind of joke about it, but as the season goes on,
and the
games get bigger, especially in the playoffs. Those extra points. I mean, you missed extra point can cost you.
That's right.
A game.
All right, 6:13 to go still in the first quarter. Nashville up 14-6. We'll be right back. You're listening to Scrapper Football. Come back and join us.
The Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers.
Heck, look what the extra
Futrall Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futrall Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers.
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
We're good.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for long-term care or short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs. Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50 years. The Springs of Mine Creek
knee pad deal where you got to have them covered. And so we'll pull some pants down over some knees, and we're ready to go now. Doubles to each side, same formation we've seen. They'll put a receiver across the formation. Now Bus wants to throw. He's got a little quick screen out there to his right, and Nashville's going to be there for about a 3-yard gain. Coming up with that play is going to be Irby catching him from, again, that defensive tackle. Also coming up was Trenda Northcross for the play to bring up second down. We're going to call it 7 for the Cobras.
Yeah, good job reading that play just about from the beginning by the Scrapper defense. They were all over that. Fountain Lake able to scrounge a little bit out of it, got about 2-3 yards, but it's going to be second and long.
So Bus in the gun for the Cobras. Right hash looks to throw again. Here comes pressure, and he'll throw high across the middle there as, they're acting like they want a flag. That was not even a catchable ball, but Trenda Northcross right in that hip pocket of the intended receiver, and that is the very talented receiver for the Cobras. They'd like to get him the ball. That's Case Hare, and so good job by Northcross, 3rd and 7 for the Nashville defense.
Yeah, again, good job by the defense. Brings up 3rd and long, about 7 to go. And would Fountain Lake go for it here on 4th down? They've gone for it a couple times.
Yeah, they have so far.
This position.
So doubles to each side, back sets to the left side for the Cobras. Want to throw it again. Here comes pressure by the Scrappers across the middle, and this time I think we picked it off. Are they going to give it to us? No, they said it hit the ground. But that's the same play they've had some success with here tonight, and Hayden Gray right there. I thought he got it, but they said it hit the ground, and he trapped it underneath.
Well, if nothing else, we prevent Fountain Lake from making the completion, and it brings up 4th and long. It looks like now maybe the Cobras are going to punt.
Yeah, they bring out. Looks like they're bringing out the punt team. We're going to send Gray back as they look like they're going to punt. Boy, you got to be ready for anything in this 7-4A contest, especially already down 14-6 are these Cobras. Gray's going to stand at about the 30, waiting the punt. There's a snap. It's a good one. Low line drive kick, and that's going to be Gray, and he'll bobble it and have to fall on it, so the ball will be placed down at about the 29-yard line. This will be the farthest that the Scrapper offense has been looking at all night.
Yeah, that was 2 good decisions by Gray that time. First, fielding the punt, because if he had not, that was going to be one of those punts that was going to roll a good 10 to 15 yards. And then when he bobbled it, instead of trying to stop and pick it up and make something happen, he did the smart thing and just fell on it, get control, give it to the offense. No chance of a turnover, and just like that, the Scrappers back in business on offense. This, starting at their own 29, hard to believe this is their worst starting field position of the night.
So they'll huddle on the sideline and come right back and get over the ball as coming out there will be Jacoby Hobson, your Scrapper quarterback, as Carson Chambers will be the blocking back on the right side, and then Tucker Dixon will move Chambers across the formation to the left side, bring him back, and now we want to throw the football. We'll get it to Chambers. Chambers, the big, tall athlete, will get across. Nice pickup on that of about 5 yards as we put him back in motion. There's a late flag coming in. They may have hit him late there, Mark.
Either hit him late, or I wonder if maybe they got a hand on a face mask that time.
It was a late flag coming in. Both teams had really went back towards the ball, and Nashville is clapping, so I think it will be against Fountain Lake. Personal foul is the call against the Cobras. So we don't know if it was a face mask or a late hit. It could have been either one of them.
They didn't indicate what it was.
So Hobson rode to his right and hit his big, tall blocking back, Carson Chambers. And that really moves that ball up as the ball will lay right at the 49-yard line. Nashville up to the ball in a hurry, got doubles to each side. Hobson, your quarterback, puts a man in motion, and this time we'll give it to Bryce Perrin as, that play's designed really to get outside, had to cut it back in to the defense, and a nice play made by the Cobras, no gain on the play.
Yeah, the Cobras really did a good job reading that play. They were looking for it as it was coming around the left end, and they basically just stepped into that lane, and the running back had nowhere to go for Nashville.
Yeah, that's just the fly sweep, and they were waiting on it. So Hobson up to the line. He's going to fake now. He'll give it to Dixon. Dixon over the left side. Tucker Dixon at the 40. Tucker Dixon changes hands with the ball as he goes up that sideline, and they'll finally ride him out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Good run that time by Tucker Dixon.
Very good run by Dixon, and it seems like any time Nashville can get the ball to one of the corners on either side of the line, it seems like they've got a big play coming.
So Tucker Dixon will come out. Miles Hawthorne will now be your Scrapper running back with a lot of speed. Hawthorne does have. They'll put him in the pistol right behind Hobson, showing pressure on the Cobras. And we're going to give it to Miles Hawthorne as he tries to break outside, and he's got running room out there. Hawthorne, and he'll lose the football to go out of bounds. Boy, we're having trouble hanging on to that football tonight, or for some reason.
Yeah, we were able to recover right on the sideline, but, Coach, there's a flag in the backfield. This may be coming back.
Okay.
This is probably going to be a holding against the Scrappers if I just had to guess.
So Hawthorne, boy, had trouble. Bobbled it a couple of times and ended up fumbling it out of bounds, and it will be a hold coming back. Hawthorne can be electric, boy. He has got good speed, and he's so quick. He kind of has a combination of Jacoby Hobson out there. He's sudden, as Mr. Graham told me this week. That's the word on Hobson. He's sudden, and that's a pretty good description of him.
Yeah, he is. He's electric with the football.
So the ball will come back. It's going to be placed down. Nashville will have a 1st and 20 to go for their offense. Jacoby Hobson, the sophomore quarterback, looking over at Coach Todd Ledford and Paul Morrow. And they'll take Hawthorne and move him to the right side. Doubles to each side. We'll move Chambers in motion to the left side. He's the blocking back. And this time Hobson again will keep it right up the middle. Jacoby Hobson still on his feet, and they'll finally get him down, and he's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. So a good job there by Jacoby Hobson.
Yeah, excellent job, just kind of weaving in and out of a couple of defenders and picks up some extra yardage just with his elusiveness. He is, like we were just talking about, he is fun to watch.
He is fun to watch.
Electric with the football, and almost broke that one.
So in comes Tucker Dixon. We'll hand him the football. Dixon over the left side. Dixon running to the pylon. Touchdown, Scrappers. Good job there by the senior running back. Boy, he did a nice job. That play designed to go right off tackle as he hit inside and bounced it outside, and then they wasn't going to catch him as he made it to the end zone there, Mark.
Yeah, that was just an easy drive for the Scrappers as they are just knife through butter with this Fountain Lake defense.
So here's the point after. Flores back on. He's been busy. Let's see if he can continue to make them. Low snap, placement down, kick is up, and he will drive it through the uprights. Boy, I am liking what I'm seeing out of the point after team.
Yeah, this is the best that the PAT team has done this year for the Scrappers, and it is a relief to see that.
That was a low snap as Gray did a great job of getting the ball back where it needed to be as Flores drove it through the top of those uprights. 21-6, 3:47. We still play in the first period. Nashville on top. We'll be right back. This is Scrapper Football, the 7-4A Conference from the Hill. We'll see you here shortly.
Our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. Plus, our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers!
Steve Tate's Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870.
We'll knock down the Fountain Lake returner. Good job there on the coverage as that ball was kicked over the head of them. They had to go back and retrieve it, and there's 4 or 5 or 6 Scrappers down there. And, boy, you got to come back with that touchdown sponsor, don't you?
Yeah. The touchdown sponsor is always, we want to thank First Trust Home Loans with Robbie Stavely. And Robbie, the maker of the best cake that we've ever had in the press box.
You like it.
I love it, yeah. And it's always good. On that last kickoff, I was a little surprised Fountain Lake didn't have anyone deep, and then their return man almost nonchalantly went after the ball. I don't think he realized it was a live ball, and Fountain Lake starting inside their own 10.
So they'll go quads left, quick screen over there to the man at the back of that quad set. He'll have a little yardage up the Scrapper sideline, and that's the guy they want to get the football to as he's going to be knocked out of bounds, a gain of about, what is that, about 7 yards
about 7 yards. We hit him for almost no gain, and he was able to bounce off the initial defender and stay on his feet, pick up a few yards. They're going to give him a gain of about 8. So 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Cobras.
So the Cobras have the ball placed down. It's going to be at about the 18-yard line. Coming out. Bus, the quarterback, he's in the empty set. Again, wants to throw the same play, and this time Nashville's right there to meet him. As a good job there by Josh Walker and M.J. Johnson. There's a flag that comes in late, and I'm afraid that's going to go against Nashville.
That was an odd time for the flag to come in.
I don't know what they called.
It looked like the play was not only over, but it looked like the player was on the ground, and this is going to be a face mask against the Scrappers.
Tackling with the face mask is the call. Public address announcer Johnny Wilson. Well, that guy's been doing it a long time as he makes the announcement. So 1st down, Fountain Lake. That ball lays right outside the 25-yard line at the 24 for the Cobras. Again, they'll go empty. 3 to the left side, 2 to the right. Bus by himself. He goes to throw. Here comes pressure. And we'll get to him late, and he'll make the completion, and that's the guy they like. That's going to be the Cobras' favorite receiver this year, and that is Case Hare for the reception, and they'll move the chains again.
Yeah, Hare doing a fantastic job running routes, and he had wedged out a little open space for himself, and the quarterback able to get the ball in there to him.
So Nashville's got to get Bus off his spot. You can't let him sit back there and play 7-on-7. Make that guy move. That front four has got to get pressure. There's a snap. Bus going to throw the quick screen out there to the inside receiver. Nashville's going to cut him down after a gain, though, of about 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but not a bad pickup either on 1st down, and almost like a long handoff, and it's going to be good for about 5 yards on the play, so 2nd and 5 coming up for the Cobras.
Good hustle out there to make that play was Bradley and also Ayat coming up to finish it off. We're going to call it 2nd down and 6 for the Cobra offense. Again, empty set. The quarterback back there by himself. Here's the snap. Bus again throwing the quick game. He'll have it to Hare for the reception, and that'll be a Cobra 1st down.
Yeah, Cobra's looking like they did on their first drive, moving the ball pretty well through the air, and they're going to have it 1st and 10 inside Scrapper territory at the 44-yard line.
Nashville leading 21-6, 2:10. We're not out of the first quarter yet. Cobras again load up with the empty set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Ball lays on the right hash mark. Bus the quarterback. And we're going to have a flag. They're going to have illegal procedure, and they're going to back the Cobras up. I knew there was a lot of movement on that Fountain Lake sideline.
That's going to cost the Cobras 5 yards. And if you're a Cobra fan or coach, you hate to see that because they finally had a little momentum for the first time since their opening drive. But now being backed up 5 yards, that may really hurt the Cobras here.
So Nashville's going to a different defense. They're going to put 3 down linemen. They're going to drop 8 defensive backs here, Mark. They're going to give Fountain Lake something different to look at. Bus with a lot of time. He's going to throw deep down the sideline. Picked off by the Scrappers. Good job. Had to step out of bounds, but not until he intercepted the ball, and that is going to be Cooper with the interception.
Yeah, nice play by Cooper and the Scrapper defense. And just like you said, Scrappers went to a new defensive formation, and that new look really threw off Bus. And he almost threw it right to the Scrapper defender.
That's a good job by head coach Brad Chester. He works with those defensive backs along with Dontrell Robinson. And, they give them the 3 down look, but they dropped 8 defensive backs. It was a different look for Bus, and he just overthrows everybody. But a good job by Cooper playing one of those safeties back there in the back to pick it off. Here comes the Nashville offense. So the ball lays on the left hash. Scrapper offense will come out. They're lead at 21-6 here, and we still have a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Chambers the blocking back on the right side. Here's the snap. We'll give it again to Dixon, the senior running back. Will try to get forward on it, and they can't get him down. He'll maybe they're going to mark him for no gain, so a good defensive presence by the Cobras that time.
Yeah, that looked like another one of those situations where there's going to be that slight opening that Dixon or Hobson could race through, but that one closed up very quickly, and Hobson didn't get the big gain I was kind of looking for there.
I'll tell you,
2nd and 10.
Todd Leffer's setting them up. He's getting ready to go outside with somebody. Here's the snap, And this time we'll fumble it. Can we pick it up? We'll finally get on the football. We're lucky to get it back. We're just going to bring the back across on that speed sweep, and Hobson lost the football trying to hand it off, and Jace Wright doing a great job getting on that ball for the Nashville offense.
Yeah, that's already the third fumble the Scrappers have. They've recovered 2 now. Lost 1 early, did not hurt them on that turnover, but that hurt because it cost us a down. And let's see if we can pick up the first down here on 3rd and long.
So 3rd down and 9. Hobson looks to throw. Looking, here comes pressure now. He's going to be flush. He'll throw it downfield just a little too high. We had a wide open receiver that time, and we just couldn't get him the football. As Hobson will overthrow him, but did not by much as we try to go right in the center of the field. Great try there by Jacoby Hobson, just a little bit too high.
Yeah, Applegate, the intended receiver, and he was open that time. The ball just a little too high, and Hobson also under some pressure. He had to deliver it on the run.
Well, he could have took off running, but he stepped up in the pocket after the pressure came, and that's just a sign that he's trying to be a good quarterback back there. So Moody on to punt for the Nashville Scrappers as we have a man coming on late. Got plenty of time. Got to get this punt off. Let him get set. Good snap. Moody has it, and the left footer will put a leg into it. He's going to shank it over to the Nashville sideline. It does get a Nashville row. It'll get across the 45-yard line at about the 44 is where Fountain Lake will come out with the football.
Yeah, Fountain Lake's going to have pretty decent starting field position here at the 44 of the Cobras. Only 13 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So
first quarter, isn't it?
Oh, first quarter, excuse me. About to begin the second quarter. Seems like it's been
it's been forever.
It's been a long game so far.
Fountain Lake's throwing it about every down, so it's going to take a while.
And Nashville scoring 3 touchdowns. That takes a little longer when you're scoring.
And it looks like Coach Chester's going to stay with that 3-man front. He's going to drop 8 and see if Bus can try to fit that ball in a tight window with 8 defensive backs right here. So Nashville going with the 3-down lineman again. And let's see if they can get pressure with 3 and make Bus have to do something different.
Certainly threw Bus off the first time he saw this look.
Well, we're definitely inviting them to run with the 3-down lineman. We're going to toss the ball this time to the back. He's going to try to get outside. Great job by Abari Williams. Man, now you talk about a guy playing some linebacker. That guy does it, and he'll knife through. They're going to give him about a half yard on that play, but a great job by the linebacker, Abari Williams, to drop him.
Yeah, not much at all that time, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Nashville scores 3 straight touchdowns unanswered and lead 21-6, Coach, after 1 quarter of play.
There we go. We'll take it for a quarter. We'll be right back, folks. This is Scrapper football as we get ready to go to the second quarter. Now, like Mark said, 21-6 Nashville. We'll be back.
845-1836 to get started today. Go Scrappers.
I'm going to run.
For over 30 years, Staveley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner. Knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly
won to Scrapper Stadium. Here's a pass incomplete to the left side. A little screen pass that time goes incomplete. Good pressure on the outside by the Nashville defensive back. Brings up third down and about 9 for the Cobras. And as we begin the second quarter, we want to thank our second quarter sponsor, Wild Ivy Salon. Wild Ivy Salon is our sponsor for the second quarter each and every game. As Coach Bunch Nichols brings me some of Robbie Staveley's famous cake. I'll owe you for that one.
There
Coach.
You go. You got a sponsor in, right?
That's right. Just talked about Wild Ivy. I thought that might have been where you went for just a minute.
Well, I didn't go down there, and I'll tell you that I don't know if they could do anything with my hair at Wild Ivy because I ain't got any there, Mark. But anyway, they'd try. I promise you that. They do a great job down there. Folks, you need your hair done, go see them down at Wild Ivy. Well, Mark, they tried to run the football against that three-man front. It didn't work, so it brings up 4th down for the Cobras.
Yeah, and also they threw a pass on 3rd down, and 2nd down. We were also able to stop that one. So this three-man front is paying some dividends here.
Well, they haven't seen us in it, so it's a different look. It's something that you got to prepare for. So it'll be 4th down. Nashville will have Gray back at about the 20-yard line expecting the punt. Everybody else has said, hey, we're going to make sure you do punt it. And there's a high kick as Gray will come up and catch it. Good job there catching that football. And Nashville will come out with the offense, and let's see if we can get on track. Well, we had to punt the last time we were out there. We don't want to do that. Haven't had to do it but once tonight, and hopefully that's the last time.
Yeah, you'd think another touchdown would just about – hate to say it's over, but that would make a nice lead for us, a 3-score lead in the 2nd quarter, as Nashville has, other than that first drive by Fountain Lake, they have really not done much offensively.
That's exactly right. So we just got to get going again offensively right here as Hobson will bring his crew out. As he'll trot 2 receivers to the right side. Hobson with 2 receivers to the left, and the back will be in the pistol is Tucker Dixon. And this time it's going to be Hobson keeping it over the left side. Here comes the electric quarterback up the Nashville sideline. He'll run through one defender. Great run by the sophomore running back, Jacoby Hobson, as he moves the chains.
Yeah, he's going to have the first down and more. Pickup of about 20 that time, up to the 44 of Nashville. And I tell you what, that combination of Hobson and Dixon, that's a lethal 1-2 punch.
Yeah, it is that. It's been good all year for the Nashville offense. So Hobson up to the line with the tempo real quick. And this time we'll give it to Dixon over that same left side as he's going to be corralled after a gain of maybe a yard. Let's see if they give him anything. I'm looking across the way, and it's a no gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Fountain Lake looking for Dixon on the carry that time and able to string that play out and not let Dixon turn the corner.
So Nashville's going to stack up the 2 receivers on each side this time. They'll have the running back to the left side of Jacoby Hobson, showing pressure. Backers come, and we almost lose that football again to Hobson. Now he'll get rid of it, and that should be a face mask, and they will call it as we get the ball to Applegate. Or a correction on that, that's going to be Bryce Perrin, and so that should give Nashville a first down.
Yeah, that's if you're going to commit a face mask, don't do it 2 feet in front of the official. That was right there with the official right in front of him. Yeah, and so an easy call. The hardest thing was trying to find it in his back pocket, I think. He saw it as soon as you did, Coach, and he was ready to throw the flag, and that's going to cost Fountain Lake 15 yards as the ball is moved across midfield to the 37-yard line of the Cobras.
So the ball will lay on the left hash, doubles to the right side. Chambers the blocking side on the right side. We'll give it to Dixon right behind Chambers, and he actually tripped right over his own blocking back, but he gets a nice little gain of about 4 yards on that carry.
Well, it was a neat thing that Dixon did is he knew he was going down, but just kind of kept himself up and propped himself up for another yard or 2 on his hand. He was horizontal to the ground, but still able to stay up, then hopped forward again for 1 more yard, right. and the Scrappers just fighting for everything, and you loved seeing that.
Doubles to the right, 1 receiver to the left. High snap. We'll get it now. We'll drop the football again, having trouble hanging on to it. And I think the Cobras come away with it.
I think the Cobras got it that time. And that's the 4th fumble already by Nashville.
Boy, we are having trouble getting the mesh on the handoff as that was Miles Hawthorne just had it and then he dropped it.
Yeah, you sure hate to see it here because the Scrappers had a really good drive going.
And Cobras come up with another takeaway for their defense over there. Haven't been accustomed to watching us drop the football like this, Mark.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing it. Fountain Lake doesn't seem to be having that issue, so you wouldn't think it was anything like dew or something like that, moisture on the ball.
No.
So I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, here we go. We'll stay with the 3-man front. We'll drop 8 against this Cobra offense, inviting them to run the football. Let's see what they want to do. Bust the quarterback. He'll take it. He wants to throw. Pressure comes on the screen, and that ball was almost picked off by Jalen Staggers. He had been he went to the turf as he got off the football, and he got up, saw it was the screen. I thought he was going to catch that football after he got back up. Almost another takeaway through the air by the Nashville defense. Good job by Staggers.
Yeah, Staggers able to get a hand on it, deflect the pass, and I thought he was going to catch the deflection, and he almost had it that time. That would have been a huge turnover for the Scrappers.
So 2nd and 10 for the Cobra offense. Ball lays at the 42-yard line of Fountain Lake. Nashville stays with the 3-man front. Bus the quarterback on the right hash mark. He'll put a man in motion, and then he'll snap it. And now he looks to throw back to the back. Nashville right there. They read it the whole way. Great defensive play coming up. Josh Walker and M.J. Johnson says, no, sir, that's not going to work. That'll be a drop, a loss of about 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, Nashville is all over that, and that would have been one of those that would have been smart just to throw it into the ground and at the feet of the receiver, not even have a chance to catch it, because the Nashville defense right there on top of it. Loss of 6, like you said, and brings up 3rd down and about 16 to go.
So Bus, the quarterback, will bring his troops up. He'll send 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to make that 3 to the left side. He's in the empty set. Nashville with a 3-man rush right here. There's the snap, trying to get pressure. Bus going to throw downfield. He has a reception to Hare, and will knock him out of bounds, and he'll be short of the chains, and it's going to bring up another 4th down and a decision for Coach Richardson and the Cobras.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and about 7 yards to go, maybe 8 yards to go here. Ball resting at the 44 of the Cobras.
Let's see what Matt Richardson, the head coach, was so many years over, I want to say Ashdown, got that same old purple. But he has moved on to Fountain Lake, so it looks like they're going to go for it right here, Mark.
This will be their 3rd attempt on 4th down. They didn't convert the other 2. We want to keep that streak going.
So trips to the left side, 1 receiver to the right, and the very agile Hare. Bus the quarterback, waiting on the snap. There it is, looking to throw downfield, going to lay it up, and Nashville's right back there with him. That ball is going to be deflected up in the air, and the ball will go over on downs. Great defense back there with Perrin and Cooper to knock it away, and the Scrappers come away with great field position.
Yeah, just excellent coverage downfield. Cooper that time just almost step for step with the intended receiver, and I think he had a better chance of coming down with it than the Fountain Lake receiver did.
Yeah, just great defensive back play that time by Bryce Perrin along with Cooper, and that's a good job. Now let's hang on to the football and put another score on that board, Mark.
I thought we were marching toward a score on our last possession and just could not hold on to it.
Haven't had that problem this year, but hey, if it's going to happen, I want it to happen with a 21-6 lead. And Nashville is up 21-6, 8:19 to play before half. Nashville's going to send trips to the right side. Ball's going to be right inside that left hash as the officials trying to get together. I don't know. Maybe I think the head of official was over talking to one of the coaches on that Fountain Lake sideline. So 1 receiver in Cooper to the left. Here's the snap. Hobson wants to give it straight ahead to Tucker Dixon. Dixon will fall forward for a 3-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 right on that left hash mark. Dixon running over on this left side behind McIntosh and Jace Wright. And Nashville up to the ball again. Same formation. Trips to the right side. 1 receiver to the left. Jacoby Hobson, your quarterback. And he'll give it to Dixon over the left side. Dixon to the 30. Dixon to the 20. He'll cut back at the 10. Dixon into the end zone. Touchdown, Nashville.
Yeah, what a run by Dixon. Had 1 man left to beat and put a move on him. No question he was getting into the end zone that time.
Just run the mesh was great on that time with the Hobson and Dixon. Wasn't going to be no fumble on that one as Hobson rode it in there a little bit longer before he gave the ball up. 27-6 as Flores comes back out for the point after. Gray to hold, staggers to snap. There's a placement down. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 7:47 to go before half, Nashville 28, Fountain Lake 6 in this 7-4A matchup. We'll take a break. We'll be back. This is Scrapper Football.
Supported the Scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense. Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845-5930. Go Scrappers.
At El Your School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10 Minute Loop Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10 Minute Loop. Go Scrap.
Yes, he'll kick it down to about the 28-yard line in Nashville, trying to get the Cobra on the ground, and that's probably the best return they've had off a kickoff, and that's a good job getting down there that time for the Scrappers. As Fountain Lake will have the ball. They said that now they're going to place it down at about the 34-yard line. Is that right, Mark?
34, it looks like. And speaking of touchdowns, we want to thank once again Robbie Stavely and First Trust Home Loans as our touchdown sponsor for the 2025 Scrapper football season. Not only for that, we want to thank him for making his fabulous cake.
There you go. Mark's had cake. Hey, Mike, can you hear me down there, Mike? Mike Elliott. Well, we're going to go to Mike here shortly. I was going to try to get him on the air and see if he heard anything about those fumbles down there. Cobra's come out, and Buss again wants to throw. He's got a back out there or that inside receiver, and that's going to be a pitch and catch of about 9 yards. They'll come up a yard short, and it'll bring up 2nd and 1 for the Cobra offense.
Yeah, nice little job by the receiver. Did a little spin move to pick up a couple extra at the end. It's going to bring up 2nd and about a yard for the Cobras.
Nashville staying with that 3-man front. That's going to be Bradley, Irby, and M.J. Johnson with that 3-man defensive front. They're going to drop 8 defensive backs. Expecting, again, a pass. Most people like to run against a 3-man front. Let's see if the Cobras have maybe tried it a couple of times. This time they're going to pitch it on a speed option right there to make the plays. The Nashville defense, great play by Elliott over there. He was right there waiting on that pitch. So they're actually going to lose about a yard maybe on that play, about a half yard.
Yeah, you were talking about, trying to run on the 3-man front, but when Fountain Lakes tried to run on Nashville in this formation, the Scrappers have been right there and have thrown them for a loss just about every time.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 1 as the Cobras will send 2 receivers to each side. The back will be to the right side of the quarterback, Buss. He'll stand in the gun, does Buss. It looks like he changes the play, and he awaits the snap. Nashville showing pressure with the linebackers. It's going to be quarterback power to the right side. He ain't got anywhere to go. Nashville's going to cut him down. And I don't believe he got there, or did he?
He got the first down. He got over the 45 to about the 46, and he's got the first down, and Cobras keep the drive alive. That was a nice job by Buss, just outrunning the Nashville defense. He ran a lot, but only got 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make the edge, and I thought we was going to have a guy get to him before he got to turn that corner to get those 2 yards. So 1st and 10 for the Cobras. Ball lays across the 45 at the 46-yard line of Fountain Lake on that right hash mark. They're going to send 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left, and the running back is to the right side of the quarterback, Buss. Again, Nashville stays in the 3-man front. There's the snap. As the flags come in, a legal procedure will be the call against Fountain Lake. They'll back them up 5.
Yeah, we're always happy to see that. Put the other team back 5 yards and force them into a long yardage situation.
Defensive coordinator Tyler Clift rotating some defensive linemen out there. As now Williamson will come back in along with Irby. Looks like we're going to change it back to a 4-man front. Just kind of changing it up. And now we'll stay with a 3-man front. That was Williams standing up there with him. So it will drop 8 again defensively. And there's the snap. Buss wants to throw. He's going to lay it up in the air. Got a receiver, Nashville right there, but he'll make the catch. As we had a defensive back there, but just not able to get his hand up quick enough was Demetric Shelley.
I want to tell you what, that was a heck of a catch. that was because Shelley was right there. He had his hand in the face of the receiver, and he was able just to bring it down somehow.
Well, Demetric Shelley, this is his first year to play football. I mean, a heck of a basketball player, but we're glad we got him out there. He's got some athletic ability. He can really jump. And we got him out there playing defensive back. He plays some receiver. So 2 receivers to each side. Ball lays on the right hash for the Cobras. Bus wants to throw. Now he's going to take off running with it, and we'll have to get him and knock him out of bounds on our sideline as Elliott will knock him out of bounds. He wanted a flag, but
it was close.
It was close as Elliott comes up, Lucas Elliott, to push him out of bounds, a gain of about 4 or 5 yards on that play. So Cobra's threatening now as they getting closer and closer to that red zone mark.
Yeah, they are, where are they going to mark that? About on the 23-yard line of the Scrappers.
Nashville trying to keep them out of that zone. They've only been there one time tonight. Nashville leading 28-6 with 5:41 to go before half. Doubles to each side. Bus your quarterback. Fountain Lake looks to throw again. Quick out over there, and they got a man in space as we'll knock him out of bounds as Gray has to come up from the safety position.
That's the play they had so much success with in the first quarter on their opening drive.
Yeah, it's just a little combination route out there to the wide side of the field, and he's turning and getting the ball out to him quick, and we're going to have to get up and take that away from him.
There is a flag down. This is going to be a chop block against Fountain Lake, so that's going to cost them.
Yeah, Coach Brad Chester out there to talk to the head official. Telling him, asking him what he wants, so they're going to back the Cobras up, so that game will be negated, and they'll mark it off.
That's a 15-yard penalty,
yeah, that's
I believe.
A big penalty right there against the Cobras. That'll back them all the way back, as that ball now will be placed down
at the 38 of the Scrappers.
Yep. So the 38-yard line, a big penalty marked off against the Cobras to bring up second and 21 yards to go for Fountain Lake.
Yeah, and they were moving the ball well, but that penalty is really going to hurt them.
So Cobras will come up with the bunch set to the right side. Three receivers there as they'll have 2 on the bunch set to the left. Bus wants to throw. Here comes pressure. They're going to lay it up. Nashville with the defensive backs there. Great job by Gray, Hayden Gray, stepping up and knocking that ball away. I thought he had a chance to pick it off as he and Hawthorne had the receiver just bracketed down there for the Cobras. And that guy's made some catches tonight. You talked about him coming into the game. That's Harwood.
Yeah, that Harwood is an exceptional receiver for the Fountain Lake Cobras. But I'm like you. I thought we had a chance to pick that one off, and the coverage for the Scrappers in this game has been exceptional after that opening drive by Fountain Lake.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 21 yards to go for the Cobra offense. They're going to send 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, as they'll have a running back flanking to the right side of Bus, the quarterback. Nashville trying to get off the field again. There's the snap. Bus looks to throw. Here comes pressure on him. Can we get to him? We'll make him throw late, and it's going to be out of bounds. Almost getting that ball out of his hands was M.J. Johnson. Boy, he has put a lot of pressure on a lot of folks along with Staggers. So a good job from that 3-man front right there getting after the quarterback.
They really put some pressure on Bus that time. He was running for his life and just throwing the ball away to avoid the sack. And I'm kind of interested to see if Fountain Lake might not try and punt this ball and pin Nashville deep, but it looks like they're going to go for it. But if they don't make it here, Nashville's going to have
you got all kinds of time.
Oh yeah, plenty of 5:03 to play here in the first half. Scrappers on top, 28-6, and they would love to get one more touchdown on the board. Remember, the Scrappers get the ball to start the second half as well.
They'll have 1 receiver to the right side, trips to the left. Bus the quarterback with his back on his left side. Nashville with that 3-man front showing pressure now with a backer coming off the edge. They're going to throw across the middle. They got a wide open receiver, and they'll catch it.
But short of the first down.
And coming up to make the play on him was Bryce Perrin. And that will be short, and the Nashville offense will come onto the field. So a good job of keeping everything in front of you if you're on the back end of that defense for Nashville.
Yeah, an excellent job. They kept the play in front of them, like you said, and the Cobras ended up about 5 yards short of the first down. And it's going to be another turnover on downs. That's the third one tonight?
Third or fourth.
Yeah, at least
I can't
the third.
Remember. Coach Richardson.
Did they convert one of them?
Yes, they did.
Okay, because they've tried it 4 times, and so they made one, and they've not made it 3 times. But 4:50 left, and the Scrappers plenty of time. They've got all 3 timeouts remaining.
So Nashville with 3 receivers to the wide side of the field on that right side, and it's going to be a botched handoff there, but Hobson will just keep it for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Either he went the wrong way or the running back Dixon went the wrong way, and that's kind of stuff that we're not used to seeing this late in the season, and it's really not that late second conference game, though, but usually we got all that stuff worked out.
Yeah, we're seeing some stuff tonight we haven't seen really since week 1, but Hobson was looking for Dixon to be on his right side, and Dixon went the other way.
Dixon will get the handoff, and they'll have to tackle him from behind. Good job by the defense getting back to Dixon, or he's just about one step away from really getting going there on that play. First down, Scrappers.
Yeah, but he does pick up the first down. And the Scrappers on the move once again. And, without that turnover here a few moments ago, Scrappers would be looking at, probably a 35-6 lead instead of 28-6 as it currently stands.
Yeah, that's been the Achilles heel so far tonight, not hanging on to the football, especially when we try to hand it off. So doubles to each side. This time Hobson will keep it on the power read to the right side. The quarterback's up that right side. Look out, folks. Here he goes. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. Can he cut back? He will cut back. Will they tackle him? No, they won't. Into the end zone goes Jacoby Hobson for the third time tonight, Mark.
Yeah, what a run by Hobson that time. 68 yards on the carry. And Hobson with his third touchdown, like you said, he is having quite a night.
Well, I'm telling you, once he gets out there, if you ever get him in open field, he is hard to guard out there in space. So Nashville up 34-6 as Flores will come back on with Gray to hold and Staggers to snap it for the point after. Nashville will get everybody set. There's the snap, placement down, kick is up, and it is good. And the Scrappers go up 35-6 with 3:46 before half on homecoming here on the hill. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll try to talk to old Mike Elliott down there on the sideline and see how everything's going down there. We'll be right back. This is Nashville Scrapper Football.
One in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers!
At UA Custot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.
Mark, there's the kick by Perez after the touchdown. It'll go to about the 28-yard line. In fact, Cobra's trying to come out of there with it. That's Harwood with it. He'll get it to about the 40, and then we'll gang tackle him right there and drive him backwards. And Mark, that last touchdown, who's our sponsor on that? Some guy that makes a cake.
No one other than the cake maker and cake baker himself, Mr. Robbie Stavely, and First Trust Home Loans. We appreciate Robbie and his company for sponsoring the touchdowns here on our Scrapper broadcast. And me personally, from a personal standpoint, I appreciate the cakes he makes for the home games.
Well, I tell you, folks, rates are starting to go down a little bit. So if you need a loan, if you need maybe look at your mortgage or something like that, go see Robbie down there. He's on Main Street on the north end, and He'll hook you up with a loan there, Mark.
He will definitely hook you up. He will take care of you. So go by and visit with Robbie Stavely at First Trust Home Loans.
All right, Cobras come out throwing again, and again that ball's going to be low. Great coverage over there by Josh Walker along with Hayden Gray. And again, you can notice even with that three-man front of Barry Williams and Irby chasing the quarterback, once you get him off the spot, he had to throw across his body. And I tell you, you want to get that guy running. He's not near as good when he's on the move.
Yeah, and that's the case for most quarterbacks. Anytime you can put pressure on them and force them out of their rhythm, force them to maybe throw on the run or make them uncomfortable, it makes their jobs just that much more difficult.
So Bus back in the gun. He'll have a back sit to his right side, 3 receivers on the right side of the field. As we look across, 1 receiver on the right side. Now we'll throw to the inside receiver. That has some success tonight, and that's why that guy probably has all those receptions you talked about as Bus go to Harwood again.
Yeah, and a nice pickup. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 3:27 to play here in the first half, but he's a couple yards short of the first down. I think he might have, if he turned it upfield, might have picked up another couple yards. Instead, he leaves the Cobras a couple yards short. But they've got they got time to make this happen, and they got time to work with if they can mount a drive here.
So the Cobras come out with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nashville looks like they're going to play man defense. They're going to get up on these Cobra receivers, and they're bringing pressure. Here's the pressure. The quarterback nowhere to go. Tyler Cliff dials up the blitz, and they just bury him with Abari Williams along with Irby. Also in there's Ayat, M.J. Johnson. Everybody got in there on the attack that time as Abari Williams gets to him first.
Well, that looked like that was going to be a designed quarterback run, and the Scrappers were ready for it. They were back there almost as soon as the snap was back there, and poor Bus, he had nowhere to go that time, and Scrappers are going to take a time out here with 2:59 to play. They want the ball back again before halftime.
Oh, yeah, they want to try to get that ball back and go score again, Mark Trout, and get you on your way to Magnolia is what they're trying to do.
Well, they get the ball to start the second half, remember. So, they've got that in their pocket already. But, yeah, one more score here, and that would be enough for the mercy rule for the Scrappers, regardless of what happens, to begin the second half.
All right, we're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Scrapper Football.
.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community.
Another 4th down attempt after the big sack. It brings up 4th and 5 for the Cobra offense. 2 receivers split to the right, 2 to the left. Looked like that tackle may have flinched. They don't call it. And here's the snap to Bus. Looking, here comes pressure from Johnson. It's going to be complete right at the sticks, and I believe they got it, Mark.
They just did get the first down. That extra effort, kind of a little oomph there at the end by the receiver. He's able to kind of fall across the marker, but I'll tell you what, he did not get it much more than the length of the football, if that. Ball touching right at the 50-yard line.
Hayden Gray over to make the play, and he gets it by the nose of the football, so first down, Cobras. As the ball lays on the left hash, they'll put one man to the short side of the field in front of that Cobra bench, and they'll send trips to the right side on the wide side. Bus, the quarterback, awaits the snap. He's going to take it, looking downfield, going to lay it up, as there is going to be a nice play there by Hayden Gray right with that receiver. Great defensive play by Gray.
And Gray had the inside position that time. If the ball was on target, I think Gray had the better shot at catching it.
So a good job there by Hayden Gray on that back end. Coach Cheshire talks about Gray. He's kind of a coach on the field, gets everybody lined up. Boy, he had a good play right there.
Yeah, excellent coverage downfield by Gray.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 as the clock winds down. Cobra's in the gun again with trips to the right side. Same formation. Bus takes the snap. Nashville trying to get the pressure on him with 3. Cross the middle is complete. Well, hit him as soon as he catches it. Perrin comes up and lays the wood that time to Harwood. But it'll be a first down for the Cobra offense.
Yeah, right at the first down marker. Ball's going to be just across the 40. Had to get to the 40-yard line and made it by about the length of the football. And it will be another first down for the Cobras here. Cobras would love to score some points here before the end of the half.
If you're that Nashville defensive back bunch, we're dropping 8 again with 3 down linemen. You're ready to step in front of one of those passes, Mark.
They've had a couple of chances here tonight. Wouldn't be surprised to see an interception here in the closing minutes.
Cobras stay with the same formation, trips to the right side. They're going to roll the quarterback, try to get him away from pressure, and great job that time by Josh Walker, trying to go to Harwood on the out, and Walker comes across with that outside hand and just knocks it to the turf. Good job of Josh Walker defensively.
Yeah, Bus and the Fountain Lake offense just testing this Nashville defense, especially the secondary, over and over, and every time the Scrappers up to the challenge here. With the exception of that opening drive, Nashville has really clamped down on defense.
All right, here we go. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cobra offense. Ball late.
Earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards
with it, going to throw across the middle. It's in and out of the hands, hit him right between the numbers that time, going down and couldn't make it. The catch was the Cobra receiver. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he was trying to make a sliding catch as the ball a little bit low, but like you said, it hit him right in the numbers. He should have had that. Not the easiest catch, but certainly not the most difficult either. And instead of, 3rd and maybe short, we're looking at now 3rd and 10 for the Cobras.
Cobras will break the huddle this time as they're going to send 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. This time they'll keep a back end with Bus, the quarterback. Expecting the pass is the Nashville defense. There's the snap, and pressure comes. Going to lay it up for the long home run hitter. Nashville right there, but they'll go up, and they'll catch the ball up above, and that's a heck of a job by Harwood going up among 2 defenders. We had him bracketed, and he just went up and got it at the high point like you teach it, and that's a big play for the Cobra offense right here before half.
Yeah, that's another one of those plays. I thought it was going to be intercepted, and somehow Harwood able to, like you said, kind of squeeze between 2 Nashville defenders and come down with it.
Well, let's see what the Cobras do now as they're definitely inside that red zone. Ball lays at about the 12-yard line, or about the 8-yard line. There's the snap. Bus looking to throw again. Here comes pressure. Going to throw it to the corner. He's got an open receiver. He's out of bounds, and there's a flag coming in late. They're going to call pass interference.
They're not going to call pass interference. They're going to call him for getting hit out of bounds.
Out of bounds? That's what
I think. But I don't know what you're supposed to do. Are you watching the ball? You can't see the guys out of bounds on a play like that.
Well, they run a corner out on us, and he had us beat going to that corner, and then we hit him. It's going to be a personal foul, just like you said, and they're going to move the ball up half the distance.
Yeah, that's to me that's a really tough call against the Scrappers because you're the defensive back, you're watching the ball, you're watching the receiver. It's almost impossible to see. Well, he's taken one step out of bounds, not even not way out of bounds, just one step. You're just making a play on the ball and the receiver. You're not trying to hit the guy out of bounds.
Well, they get the call, and the ball will lay right outside that 2-yard line, right about the 3-yard line. Cobra's up to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Quads to the left side. Look for the quarterback to keep it that way as he waits the snap. I'm thinking quarterback power to left. Let's see what he does. Here's the snap, and he's going to throw quick on the slant. It's a touchdown for the Cobras as they'll bring it down with Hare, and just like that before half, Cobras are back on the board as they score now 35-12. Let's see what the Cobras want to do. I think they'll probably go for 2 here, Mark.
Yeah, they probably will go for the 2 here, trailing 35-12. Missed their first extra point.
Just a quick slant as he got inside position on us down there on the goal line. Well, you can't allow that guy to get inside of you if you're that defensive back. And just a bigger player in Hare, and he caught the ball easily for the touchdown. So they will go for 2. Cobras come out. They'll put 2 receivers to each side. The running back is to the right side to Bust, the quarterback. 2-point conversion coming. There's the snap. He looks to throw again. As Nashville comes after him, there's pressure. The ball is just thrown up, and it is knocked away at the last minute, and a flag comes in again.
I think this is going to be your pass interference here, Coach. And again, I'm going to have to disagree with the officials.
I am too.
That ball was tipped by the Cobra receiver, and that's when Nashville went after it. Well, they're talking to Coach Cheshire. Maybe it's against Fountain Lake.
It's going to be offensive pass interference. We're going to decline it. And we're going to try to take this 105 and go score again. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and for good reason. Scrappers have scored quickly when they've had the ball here tonight. And again, the Scrappers would like to do the the doubling up where they get a score here, get the ball to start the second half, and score once again.
We're going to keep it right here for just a minute. Mike, how's the sideline down there? We got to try to go score right here. Mike, you got me?
Yeah, we really did. I was kind of hoping they would score on that offensive possession, but they did, and I was kind of hoping it'd be a sportsmanship rule this second half. But we do get the ball to come out the second half, and extra points have looked a whole lot better tonight.
Well, I tell you, Mike, that's been the biggest improvement from 1 week to the other over the past 2 or 3 weeks. Has been that extra point team, and they've done a nice job tonight. As Mike, before we get off the field here at halftime, we're looking to try to go score here with this 105 to go, but we'll try to catch up with Coach Brad Cheshire, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Mike Elliott down there. Dr. Glenn Lance, the family dentistry here in Nashville, providing that sideline report. We'll hopefully have a whole lot more here with Mike coming up. So, Mark, what do they do here? Are they going to onside this thing?
it looks like they're lining up for it, and Nashville's kind of expecting it here. All of the Nashville players, except for the two deep receivers, are up, clustered up near the 50-yard line, but now both teams kind of fan out a little bit.
Here's the approach, and it's going to be a scribber on the ground. Nashville's going to pick it up. That's going to be Trendon Northcross. Northcross running tough. Northcross across midfield. Northcross into the open. Trendon Northcross, a sophomore. He'll cut back. Northcross is going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Nashville. How about that, Mark Trout?
Well, we were wondering if Nashville would try and score again, but well, I think that question's been answered at this point.
Boy, Trendon Northcross, the sophomore, picked it up at about, it's just a squibber on the ground, and he picks it up at about the 20-yard line and takes it the length of the field for the scrapper touchdown with 52 seconds on that clock. So on will come Flores. Fountain Lake scores. Nashville answers it with one play on a kickoff. There's your snap, kind of high. That ball's down. That ball's up and through the uprights, and Nashville gets the touchdown quicker than we thought they would right there, Mark Trout. With 52 seconds to play before half, Nashville 42. The Cobras from Fountain Lake 12. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Proud supporter.
Well, there's your answer.
Futrall Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futrall Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for long-term care or short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs.
By Perez, and Nashville will put a leg into it. Perez does. He'll send the ball down to the 20. Harwood with the return. We'll knock him out of bounds. And with about 47 seconds on that clock, well, we don't need them to get another touchdown right here, Mark. We'd like that score to say right around 42-12 going into half.
Yeah, I'd love to keep it there. That way Scrappers have the opportunity to score on that opening kickoff and put this game away with the mercy rule. And, the biggest concern probably for Fountain Lake is, a turnover, not wanting to throw the ball up and just have Nashville intercept it.
Well, here we go. The Cobras will come out after taking the ball down and actually putting the points on the board after a long pass play for their offense. Bunch set to the right side and the left side each for the Cobra offense. Bus wanting to throw again. Here comes pressure from the Nashville defense, and he'll throw late. And it almost picked off on the sideline by the Nashville defender over there. That's Cortez Cooper, and he's saying, man, how did I miss that one?
Well, he made a heck of a catch. He just couldn't stay in bounds that time. He was running toward the sideline, trying to keep 1 foot in bounds. Made the catch, heck of a catch, but just couldn't stay in, keep that 1 foot down to get the interception.
So down to 40 seconds. Seemed like it's taken forever on this first half as the Cobras from Fountain Lake with a 2nd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers to each side. Bus, the quarterback, takes it. He'll hand it off this time and nowhere to go. Big Jadon Williamson all over the running back that time for the Cobras.
Yeah, so Cobras content to run this ball right up the middle, and Nashville not taking a timeout here. They have 2 timeouts. They could spend them, but Fountain Lake would be able to run out the clock if that was their choice, and we're down to 19 seconds.
And I think that's all Coach Richardson's going to do. He may have one last play right here as the clock winds down to 10 seconds as they will huddle. Let's see if they want to try to throw it one last time right before half. I don't think they are. Now they break the huddle with 1 second, not going to get it off. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Nashville 42-12. Mike, see if you can catch Coach Brad Cheshire down there on his way out.
Yes, sir.
Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50 years. The Springs of Mine Creek, our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. Plus, our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers!
Steve Tate's Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870-845-1836 to get started today. Go Scrappers!
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner. Knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore.
Please welcome to the field the Nashville High School Marching Band. Last week, the Nashville Band competed at the Legacy Marching Invitational in Bryant, where they were named the 4A Class Champions. Tomorrow, they will be traveling to Lake Hamilton High School for the Power Band Classic, where they will compete against 13 other 4A, 5A, 6A, and 7A programs. The band's 2025 production is entitled Redemption and features original music by Matt Hightower, Jacob Werfelman, and Jacob Happy. The show features soloists Kaylee Santa Maria, Roland Swope, Dakota Dixon, Dalton Manlove, Tyler Vaughn, Connor Crabtree, and Ben Gregory. Tonight, the band will be performing the first three parts of their show. Nashville High School is proud to present Drum Major Claire Hendry and the Nashville High School Scrapper Band.
go back to not having it.
That's right.
And for years and years we didn't have a sideline reporter. But once you get somebody and you get used to that, you don't want to give it up. And so we're happy to have Mike down there. And like you said, we appreciate Jim going to the extra effort to get those batteries for us.
Mike, are you down there yet? He was hung up in the elevator a while ago.
Sir, I'm going toward Coach Cheshire right now.
Yeah, he's out there. He's right in the middle of them out there, Mike. You may have to wait till he comes to the sideline. Mark, talk about some of our sponsors coming up here for the second half.
Well, of course, we always want to thank our internet sponsor each and every time, the Church on the Rock of Nashville, for making the broadcast possible around the world. We're not just like ABC Sports. We're on nationally. We're on worldwide, Coach. Yeah. We are the worldwide leader in Scrapper football.
There you go, man.
So we appreciate Church on the Rock of Nashville for making that possible. We also want to thank, of course, as always, Nashville Family Dentistry and Dr. Glenn Lance for making the sideline reports possible. That's we were just talking about that. How that adds extra. And you and I come to kind of rely on that every week.
That's right.
We rely
on
Mike's
Coach Cheshire right here.
Reports, and here is Mike right now.
All right, Mike's got Coach Cheshire. I think we can talk to him this time. Coach Cheshire, you got me down there?
Yep.
All right, Coach Cheshire, got to ask, man, what went on at the Star with Coach Matt Richardson right before half?
Referee just telling both of us, just make sure both teams are under control, just emotions going on. So that's it.
Well, Coach, I tell you, your offense has come out clicking 42 points on the board. I noticed that you went with some 3-down linemen there, dropped 8 to kind of give them a different look defensively, and it's paid off pretty well for you in the first half.
Well, it has. Gives us an opportunity to get better, but we're not playing well. I told our team at half, I don't care about that scoreboard being up 42-12. We're not playing well. We're putting the ball on the ground. We're making mental mistakes. Defensively, we've given up more than I want to give up. But we're not playing real well. We're not playing the Scrapper way. We got to come out this second half and play a whole lot harder.
All right, Coach, I'll let you go. I like it, my man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Cheshire.
Well, Mark, Coach Cheshire not happy even with a 42-12 lead there.
Well, he was, he alluded to something you and I talked about in the first half, and those were the fumbles.
Yeah.
Now, we only had 2 of those that we lost, but we fumbled 2 more times. So 4 fumbles in one half of football. That's not what you want to see, and that's exactly what he was talking about. That's something that, again, we have not seen that this year. We have not seen that many fumbles in that compressed of a time. So I'm not sure exactly what the issue is with that. But I don't expect that to be something that continues on into the season.
Well, I'll tell you, we appreciate Mike and Dr. Glenn Lance and Nashville Family Dentistry allowing us to talk to Coach Cheshire coming out after the halftime period, and hopefully we'll have some guys that we can talk to after this ball game as we get ready to start this second half here in the third quarter. Fountain Lake to kick off, and they will go onside, and that ball was kicked by one of their own players. And that should be Nashville back.
I cannot believe. I don't see the officials.
That
like
ball
they
was
were
touched by one of theirs.
Fountain Lake kicked the ball kind of sideways,
yes,
and then one of their players kicked it again forward.
they didn't see it. And that's the thing that gets me.
None of the officials are saying anything about it. And so
that's unbelievable.
It's hard to believe that you and I both were looking at it. I thought maybe I
No, sir,
see
you
it right,
did
but
not.
then you said it as well. I thought, well, okay, that's what happened then. So.
I mean, they kick it twice, and the officials do not see it, and we end up with the football in great field position, but that could have went the other way, and no official saw that outside guy kick it after they kicked off.
And not only that, we should have the ball about 7 yards further up the field. We should have it at about the Fountain Lake 45 where it was kicked a second time.
All right, here we go. Nashville with the bunch set to the left side. Jacoby Hobson, your quarterback. He's going to roll to his right, wants to throw the football, going to lay it up downfield, and he's going to overthrow his intended receiver, Cortez Cooper, out of bounds. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, Coach, that second half kickoff, as always, is sponsored by Farmers Association of Nashville and Howard County. We appreciate Farmers Association is one of our sponsors here on Scrapper Football.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about all of Howard County. They do everything. If you need a farm loan, you need a little help out there, go see the Farmers Association, and they can help you out. There's a big run up the middle by Tucker Dixon, and, boy, he's across that 35-yard line on a big hitter over that right side, following right in behind those big offensive linemen over there, Hawkins also over there is Carson Kirby. Carson Kirby's playing guard, had a little hand issue, so we move Luke Lacey to center and put Carson Kirby at that right guard. So a good run behind those guys over there, Mark.
Yeah, very nice run that time. And remember, the Scrappers leading 42-12. A touchdown here puts us into the mercy rule for the rest of the game. And, once that clock starts running, the game evaporates just about, like that. It doesn't take long at all. So certainly something the Scrappers would like to do. I'm sure Coach Cheshire would like to put this game away.
So we'll go empty. We'll move Tucker Dixon to the right side. Hobson back there by himself, going to throw it out. Nice pass to Applegate. Applegate with a nice move and a good run after the catch. He's still not down, as he'll go down about right at the 20-yard line.
That was a heck of a catch by Applegate, too. Had to catch it almost above his shoestrings and somehow able to stop, stoop, and make the catch, and then have the presence of mind to get up and pick up another 10 to 15 yards.
So Applegate with a nice reception. Ball lays right on the 20. Again, we'll go empty. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hobson wanting to throw it. Now he's going to be flushed to his left, and he'll throw late. He had an open receiver, overthrows him in the end zone. But had a little pressure that time on Jacoby Hobson, but a good job. If you're going to throw that thing, that's where you want to throw it, and make sure you don't leave it short. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Coach Ledford coming out and wanting his sophomore quarterback to throw it a little bit.
Yeah, taking a look at some first-half stats, Coach. Nashville in the first half rushed the ball 22 times, 289 yards on the ground. Hobson in the first half, he had 7 carries, 138 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
How do you like that for some first-half stats?
Unbelievable. There's a handoff. That's going to go to Hawthorne. Hawthorne hard to get down, and they'll finally knock him out of bounds at about the 6 or 7 yard line. And you can see Hawthorne, when he gets going, he can be electric with that football.
He certainly can, and so can Tucker Dixon. And looking at Dixon's numbers in the first half,
we had a flag on that play.
12 carries, 124 yards.
Got a flag about the 19-yard line.
Was it holding there, Mike?
Holding against Nashville.
Yeah, it will be holding there as Mike's on that sideline getting us a report there. So they'll back the Nashville offense up. It's going to bring up a 2nd down as that ball lays right inside the 30-yard line. They'll back us way up there, Mark, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We're going to call it 18 to go. So Hobson, your quarterback. They'll bring pressure up the middle. Hobson's going to roll away from it and throw on the run. Hobson trying to run that corner route to Cortez Cooper, and Cooper couldn't get to the football. Hobson laid it right to the pylon. That's where you want to throw it to, and you got to have your your receiver run under it. Just couldn't get the ball to him.
Almost right there. He had the right play on, just overthrew him by about a step. Hawthorne just not able to catch up with it that time.
So 3rd and 18. Hobson will go with a 1 running back set to his left. That'll be Hawthorne. Here's the snap. We'll throw it quick, and that's high. Bryce Perrin to go up and get it. And then Perrin trying to break tackles, and they'll drop him as he maybe gets about 2 or 3 on the carry after the reception after the catch.
Coach, that ball came out at the end. I think they're going to say,
don't tell me that
Fountain Lake recovered. I thought he was down when the ball came out. I don't know how.
Brad Cheshire is not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's even ruled a fumble. It looked from up here.
I thought it looked
like he was down and had time to write a thank you letter or two before he even had a chance to fumble.
Well, the Cobras must be knocking that thing loose. That's our 4th or 5th fumble on the night.
That's at least number 5.
So Coach Cheshire not happy about that at all. So Nashville will stay with the 3 men down front defensively. They'll drop 8. Cobras with 1 back set to the right, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Buss going to throw coming out of the gate. He'll get it to his one of his favorite receivers in Harwood, and he'll have a short gain of maybe a yard. Good job there by Abari Williams along with Josh Walker and Bryce Perrin.
Yeah, good coverage on the outside. A quick pass that Fountain Lake has had some success with tonight, but that time Nashville ready for it.
So we're going to call it 2nd down and 9. The ball will lay right inside the right hash mark. Fountain Lake trailing in this contest by a score of 42-12. 2nd game in the rugged 7-4A conference for the Nashville Scrappers. They're trying to go to 2-0. Trips to the right side. One receiver set wide left on the wide side of the field for the Cobras. Bus will take it, wants to throw again. He's done it a lot tonight. He'll throw, and it's going to be too low as he tries to get it over one of our linebackers into the hands of the receiver, and the ball will hit the ground. It'll bring 3rd and 9 for the Cobras.
Yeah, 3rd and long here for Fountain Lake coming up, and they have come up empty twice here on their first 2 plays of the second half. Nashville has come out. It looks like a little bit more focused here to start the second half than they did to start the first half.
So Cobras come out again with 3 receivers to the right side, 1 receiver to the left. Let's see if Coach Tyler Cliff wants to bring them. No, he's going to drop 8 again with a 3-man front. Bus awaiting the snap for the offense. There's the snap looking to throw. Here comes pressure, and that ball's in the middle. And good coverage there by the inside backer, Abari Williams on Harwood, and the pass goes incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks like the Cobras going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt facing 4th and 9 from their own 27-yard line.
Hey, Mark, I tell you, we need to try to see if we can find an Arkadelphian bauxite score. Jalen, if you're back at the studio and get us a something, let us know something on that. A big game in 7-4A conference. Nashville going to Bauxite next week on the road.
Coach, you ask and you shall receive. Jim texted this to me. I'll give it to you after this play.
All right, there's the punt by the Cobras. It'll bound down, and we're going to pick it up, and that's going to be Northcross. Northcross kind of liked it. He had a touchdown on the kickoff. He picked it up on the bounce. And
Jim must have been reading your mind because he sent this text just seconds before you asked to check that
21-21, third quarter.
21 in the third quarter.
Man, oh, man. Bauxite is a good football team if that score is right, and I believe it is.
Yeah, I think so, too. Bauxite, again, they defeated a decent Magnolia team by about 3 touchdowns.
And they defeated this same Fountain Lake team by 7 last week. There's a handoff as I go to Tucker Dixon, a nice gain of 3 or 4 yards on that carry. So that'll bring up a 2nd down. We're going to call it a long 6 to go for this Nashville Scrapper offense. Boy, we cannot be laying that football down on that carpet out there. Trips to the right side, and again, we'll give it to the senior running back, Dixon. He's going to be tripped up for maybe a yard gain right behind big Deshaun Hawkins. And they're going to give him about a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for this Scrapper offense. And we need to keep this drive alive here, Mark.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 5 coming up for the Scrappers, but 2 running plays, and both of them just kind of right up the middle. Scrappers really nothing explosive so far.
I look for Hobson to try to get loose maybe right here. So Hobson, as they show pressure coming off the edge, Hobson will keep it up the middle, and there goes Jacoby Hobson. Hobson with a big first down. He'll run through the safety, and he's trying to get up off that guy. You don't want to turn Hobson loose. You got to keep you cool out there. And a good job by Gillum getting him off of him and say, hey, man, get out of here and let's go get another first down or a touchdown. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, and, of course, the best way to keep the tempers down for Nashville, just score here right here and get this game over with.
Trips to the right side. And 2 receivers left. Hobson in the empty set will throw. Nice little pitch and catch over to Cortez Cooper right across the 30-yard line. The clock will continue to wind as that's a nice reception. Cortez Cooper coming across the formation for a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, that's just a nice little out pattern. 6 yards on the pickup on first down and brings up 2nd and short.
So the running back and down to the right side of Jacoby Hobson. Here's your snap. Going to be quarterback draw. He'll spin. There goes Hobson trying to get outside. Can he get loose? They'll catch him from behind. And, boy, he was one man away from getting up that Fountain Lake sideline. He's going to be short, it looks like, of about a yard. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Nashville offense.
Yeah, I thought he was just about to break that one. Like you said, he was about 1 step away from turning it on and heading to the end zone, and Fountain Lake able to trip him up.
Hobson with a good night running the football for this Scrapper offense. So 3rd and 1. Nashville now trying to change their play. They'll move the blocking back. That staggers to the left side. There's the snap. We'll give it to Dixon right up the gut. He will go in the middle of that defense, and it'll be a first down. Move the change against this Cobra defense.
Yeah, that's going to be a first down to about the 15, or maybe where are they going to mark that?
It looks like it's going to be about the 18-yard line. So the ball lays right at the right hash mark, a little bit inside of it. Nashville's going to bring out the receivers. They'll have one to the left side, as they'll have a blocking back to that right side and another receiver far right. Hobson takes it, gives it again to Dixon. Dixon lowers the shoulder pads, and he's still fighting for yardage after he's hit pretty hard, and he'll fall forward for a gain of about 3 yards. We're going to call it 2nd and 7. Nashville moving towards that goal line.
Yeah, much like they did on their opening drive of this half. This time, let's see if the Scrappers can hold on to it, not fumble here. They're a little farther than they were on the first drive, but not by much.
So we'll move Gillum out to the right side. We'll have one receiver to the left. Nashville with the blocking back is Abari Williams. We'll give it this time on the left side. Not much that time. Good play by the Fountain Lake defense. As
we may have lost about half a yard that time, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like that official is standing back behind that mark. Yeah, we do lose some yardage there, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it, we're going to call that close to 9 yards there, Mark. So Hobson to the back is with a bunch set right, and he will flip it out to the right side. Got some running room for Gillum. Boy, I thought he was going to try to break it loose over that sideline. He's got great speed. Instead, he cuts it up, and they'll tackle him about a yard short. It'll bring up 4th and 1. That ball is going to be right at the 10-yard line. They'll make it 4th and 3 now. They mark it down.
They're going to get down to, just past the 8.
Yep.
So about 2.5, 3 yards.
Here comes the jumbo set. We'll bring the big boys in. Abari Williams along with Jadon Williamson. Also coming in there is going to be Braden Irby. So we're going to come right at you with the heavy set. And the running back will be the quarterback in this case. And that is going to be Tucker Dixon. Here's the snap. Dixon will take it left side. They're going to hit him. He'll go forward. Does he have the first? Still not down as Dixon. Do they blow the whistle and finally get him down? He'll have the first down. So a good job. We just loaded up with the big boys and came right over that left side, Mark.
It was going to be close to a first down, but then that second effort ensured he had the first down. So just a good hard run by Dixon, making sure he moves the chains, picks up the first down, and the Scrappers now 1st and goal at about the 7, maybe just inside the 7-yard line.
Hobson back in the game. He'll take it quarterback power left. Hobson evading tacklers. Now he'll finally be dropped. A good play by the Fountain Lake defender. He'll pick him up. Good sportsmanship there by Fountain Lake. Nashville inside the 5 at the 4-yard line, knocking on that door.
Yeah, Scrappers down inside the 5. Again, another touchdown by Nashville, and this game moves into the mercy rule. Right now, Scrappers leading 42-12, but we hadn't really needed the mercy rule. This clock been running pretty steadily here in this 3rd quarter.
Jacoby Hobson going to hand it off to Tucker Dixon. The Fountain Lake defense stands him up right there, no gain. He may even lose about a half a yard. They'll back it up to the 5. So Nashville again, boy, you want to get down here and score. We've done it all night. Had some trouble last week. Boy, there's a big score on the that we got a while ago from Jim Pinson, 21-21 in the 3rd quarter, Bauxite and Arkadelphia.
That is unreal to think that Arkadelphia and Bauxite tied that late into the contest, and that sounds like another close game the Badgers are in.
We go to Bauxite next week. We'll put a man in motion. That's Gillum. Now we'll spin him over and go back. He's going to reverse out. Wide open is going to be Cortez Cooper. Easy throw and catch for the touchdown.
That was a beautifully designed play and very, very nicely delivered pass from Jacoby Hobson.
Good job right there, boy. Just run the naked bootleg to the right side. Cortez Cooper wide open in that end zone. And, and a good job by Hobson. He just put it out there softly. Easy touchdown pass. So back on is Flores. Gray to hold it. Snap, placement down. And this time we can't get the kick off as Flores never got a chance. That ball was snapped wide, and he had to reach way out and get it, and never got the ball down to be kicked. So that's the first mistake. And we've been so good on the night, and 48-12. Now the score for the Scrappers with 3:32 to go. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is Nashville Scrapper Football.
Our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Guy kicked it. Harwood stepped up and caught it right at the 30, and he was greeted by 3 of the Nashville Scrappers in that solid orange very rudely that time.
Yeah, that was a good coverage downfield by the Scrappers. And, Coach, that touchdown by the Scrappers brought to you once again by First Trust Home Loans, Robbie Stavely. We certainly appreciate Robbie and his company for sponsoring Scrapper football this year.
Well, it's 48-12 now, Mark, and that clock is running. You see it right there as the Scrappers go ahead of these Fountain Lake Cobras. Boy, that's a big score, 21-21 with Bauxite in Arkadelphia. Nashville will be on the road at Bauxite next week, so you better load your lunch pail up.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge game, especially if Bauxite should pull this one out tonight.
And there's another handoff. We hadn't seen many of them tonight, and Barry Williams was slinging him to the ground, and there's flags coming in everywhere. I don't know what that call was about.
Yeah, the clock stopped momentarily, and the referee's not having that, thank goodness, and winds the clock. I think it may be they're going to say a face mask. I was going to say a horse collar tackle, but
well, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either. I thought they grabbed him around the
waist.
Well, I thought one of the hand had him around the neck. I mean the collar of the shirt. That's why I thought it might have been. But they don't have that in high school, do they? The horse collar?
Yeah, they do.
They do. Okay. So anyway, that's what I thought the call was. So I'm a little surprised to see the face mask. I'm like you. I didn't see any hands around the face mask.
That clock continues to wind down. Bus in the shotgun wants to throw. There's that same little combination route. Josh Walker right on top of it, but Harwood will make the reception of a gain of about 1. So good defense over there by Josh Walker.
Yeah, excellent coverage on the outside. That clock moving. We're already down near the minute-and-a-half mark here in the third period.
So the Cobras will get the play from the sideline. Bus goes over to talk to the offensive coordinator for the Cobras. Now they'll be up to the ball. It was a 2nd and 9, 1:24 and counting here in the third quarter. Nashville up big, 48-12. Bus awaits the snap. There's the snap. He'll roll to his right. Here comes pressure. He'll throw. Picked off by big Jadon Williamson. He is rambling down the sideline. He's on his way to the end zone. Can the big boy score into the end zone? Jadon Williamson, and they all like it on the other end.
That was quite an athletic play by probably the biggest player on the Nashville Scrapper team.
Jadon Williamson, all 6'2", 355 pounds from the defensive tackle, and he showed the hands. But how about the run to the end zone for the score?
He showed some good speed for a big man that time.
And there is a flag out there on the field. I guess it's going to be celebration. Hey, we'll take it when the big defensive tackle scores. We'll take that. The touchdown should be good, though.
That would have been after the touchdown.
Jadon Williamson with the pick and score. And the fans are loving it out there.
That was quite an effort here late in the third quarter of a game that's pretty much decided already.
Coach Cheshire out there to talk to the officials. Hey, man, ain't every day a big old defensive tackle scores, you know. But that's the right call.
Well, if ever there was a time for a bit of a celebration, this would be that time. Like you say, that's not a play you see every day.
Not every day at all.
Not even every year.
54-12. And I don't know what they're talking to Coach Cheshire about. We should be just kicking an extra point, and they'll attack on the penalty on the kickoff. I think that's right. Is that right, Mike? Can you hear me?
I think he's asking the official right now.
Okay.
Guys, they got a personal foul on Nashville.
For that celebration in the end zone, is that right, Mike? And they're over talking to Coach Matt Richardson over there, Mike on the sideline.
Well, wouldn't you think I would think the celebration would be unsportsmanlike, and Mike said it was a personal foul, so maybe I'm not sure what that was. I didn't see anything that happened, but
who knows?
A big crowd of players down there.
Yeah, that's one that'll make the highlight reel with the big defensive tackle coming up with that ball. So Flores back on to kick again. Snap, placement down, kick is up. This time it's a whole lot better, and it is good. So the Nashville Scrappers have really opened up the can here, 55-12, 12 minutes as we start the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break. The big boy on the big video board down there, they're showing him. Big Jadon Williamson. Let's see if we got are they going to show it on the screen? We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Thought they was going to roll it back.
At El Your School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10 Minute Loop Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10 Minute Loop. Go Scrap.
Opponent, the Fountain Lake Cobras, as we're going to switch ends. Here's what we're going to get ready. Well, we got to, the quarter has ended, so they're going to flip them around. And I tell you, who's our fourth quarter sponsor there, Mark?
Fourth quarter sponsor, as always this year, is none other than the Center Point store. And they are probably hearing how hungry I've been tonight and making me a cheeseburger to eat for breakfast tomorrow morning.
I'll tell you what, now that cheeseburger will be right now. I mean, they make a good one out there at the Center Point store. They make one of the best
I've ever had, yeah. They make some really good cheeseburgers.
They really do a good job. Hey, folks, they got fish, chicken, you name it. They can fix you about anything you want. They do have breakfast and lunch served out there at the Center Point store. It's just a little bit out past Nashville. It's worth the drive.
It's worth the drive. And this is one of the things, Coach. This is why they don't want to see me coming. I'm one of those people. I like a cheeseburger for breakfast.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with a cheeseburger for breakfast.
You know, they like making. Most people like making, breakfast for breakfast.
That's right.
Center Point store will make you a cheeseburger for breakfast.
Well, I'll tell you who else makes a cheeseburger. That's Miss Teresa and Sonic. Boy, you can't go wrong with Sonic either.
Yeah.
I mean, they do a great job out there, and she does that. Also, want to mention the Simple Simon's Pizza on Thursday nights. We eat pizza up here, brother, in the press box when we have a home game. Simple Simon's, hey, they hook us up. We got every kind of pizza in the world down there.
Simple Simon's has excellent pizza. And not only that, I think they have the best salad bar you can find anywhere.
There you go.
You know, after COVID, most places shut down their salad bars. Simple Simon still has theirs, and it is one of the best salad bars you will ever find.
Yeah, I had that. Thanks for going down.
The coach, the food on the salad bar always so fresh, and they always have this fresh lettuce and fresh toppings and everything. And I tell you what, I'm not going to turn down pizza, but that's the one place where I could almost do that.
They do a great job. Here's the kickoff. That ball is going to go to about the 25. Staggers is going to throw him down. That's Harwood on the return. So a good kickoff coverage that time by Jalen Staggers. But how about, I can't get over. It does my heart good to see a 6'2", 355-pound defensive lineman take it to the house.
That was a very athletic play for a young man his size. Let's put it like that.
Well, he's not out here right now, so they probably, if we got oxygen over there, he's taking the oxygen on the sideline.
That could be, but that was quite a run. That's going to be a highlight he's going to replay for a long time, I'm sure. But what, just the athleticism on that play to make the interception, then stay on his feet, keep his balance, and then outrun the Fountain Lake Cobras to go 50 yards for the score.
Well, you can see we have subbed out a lot of new players into the game to start this fourth quarter. Fountain Lake going to run the football, and they'll be gobbled up there. It looked like that ball came out. Did we come away with it?
I believe Fountain Lake recovered.
I think they get it there, but, boy, good job by a bunch of youngsters out there that hadn't played a whole lot. Good to see them in the game. That was Drew Gitchell actually coming out of there with the play, but they'll give it back to the Cobras. It's going to be about 2nd and 6 for the Cobra offense. As Bradley's out there on that defensive line, he's played there all night. Also, Lonnie Coulter into the game, so we're going to try to get some of these guys on the air. As there's the snap, and Bus will throw. Now, that ball's picked off. That's going to be Jacob Teague. He's going to take it to the house, it looks like. Teague on his way. Can he get there? He's going to be finally at the pylon. Did he get in, Mark?
I believe, yes, there's the signal.
There it is right there. Another defensive touchdown, 2 weeks in a row for 2 touchdowns. And Jacob Teague, the inside backer, picked off Bus and took it to the end zone.
That was that was close to 50 yards again that time.
Great job there by Jacob Teague, and I know there's one guy, and that's his daddy liking all of that. I'm telling you what, that one's for daddy because he's been waiting on something like that. So Nashville throwing 61 up on the board. Superintendent Doug Graham came by our booth, says it's still 21-21 Boxside in Arkadelphia. And, boy, that's just a score that we didn't expect. I thought that Arkadelphia would be kind of in a bad way after last week and go take care of the Miners. So far, it's a heck of a game up there. There's the placement down. Kick is up, and it really – now, Flores is getting comfortable out there, Mark. He drilled that thing. I mean, it was – that thing would have been good from 35, 40 yards.
Yeah, he looked very good that time, good form, and it looks like he's feeling better confidence as well as this game has gone on. And you love seeing that because, again, we talked about this earlier, but, we're going to need him as the season goes on. Those extra points, those close games and the playoff games that become so important.
All right, 62 on the board for the Scrappers here. Another week of 2 defensive touchdowns, 62-12. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Nashville Scrapper football.
So what are they talking about?
One in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers!
At UA Custot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology.
Now 8:22 and counting. Nashville up 62-12. Scrappers putting some points on the board. 2 touchdowns coming from the defense again. And, boy, I tell you, you like to see that as the Cobras come out. And let's see what they want to try to do here. They may want to keep it on the ground. And they will hand it off right to over that right side for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. And getting off the bottom of that pile for the Scrappers is going to be another new linebacker. That's going to be Nathan Jacoby in there for the Scrappers at that defensive end. Also at that on the defense for the Scrappers, Hayden Crabtree. So it's good to see some young players out there.
Yeah, we want to mention once again our touchdown sponsor, Robbie Stavely and First Trust Home Loans. Thank you to Robbie Stavely. And thanks, Robbie, for making your famous cake.
There's another handoff right side. Nashville right there. That's going to be Moody making first contact defensively for the Scrappers. Also coming up at the bottom of that pile that time was Landon Maggie. And I think that's the grandson of our man Jim Pinson. So a good job there making the play. So it'll bring up 3rd down. We're going to call it 4 to go as the ball lays on the right hash as that clock really rolling now. It's been in the sportsmanship rule here in the second half. So Bus, the quarterback, has a blocking back on the left side. He'll hand it off again, and again the Nashville defense right there to meet him, as getting off that pile that time for the Scrappers will be Lyndon Manley, making a play out there for the Nashville defense. Also making a play, Drew Gitchell coming up from that outside linebacker position.
Yeah, and this fourth quarter almost halfway over now, as it is moving quickly with the mercy rule in effect.
So Fountain Lake with a new set of downs. They do get the first down. As Bus, the quarterback, in shotgun formation, he'll hand it right side. They'll try to break it over that right side. Nashville right there, and a nice gain by the running back for the Cobras. And coming up to help on that play that time for the Scrappers would be Michael Tracy. Also in there on that play is going to be Lyndon Manley. So a pickup of 8 for the Cobras. A whole new defense setting out there now.
Coach, you look at the score, people might see the score tomorrow and think the Scrappers ran it up some, but they really have not. 2 defensive touchdowns here in the second half, and that's after the mercy rule was in effect.
And there's the snap as flags go flying. I think Fountain Lake was moving before the snap.
They're going to call this one on Nashville, Coach.
Oh, are they?
Offsides against the Scrappers.
Yeah, we just got there a little quick. That's going to give Fountain Lake a first down. The ball's going to lay right there close to that 39-yard line of Nashville.
If only there was something they could watch to see when the snap took place,
well,
as you like to say.
I mean, it just blows my mind. I mean, I know I talk about it too much, but, I mean, it really just I can't get over it.
But you're right. I mean, it's right there. Just watch the ball. So. Easier said than done.
That's right. So Bus in the shotgun. He has 2 backs in the backfield, a blocking back and his running back. He'll hand it to the running back, and, boy, this time he's going to be dropped for a loss in getting there. I'm going to tell you something. This guy's going to be a football player, and that's Hayden Crabtree. Nice job by Crabtree getting penetration into that backfield, and he'll drop him for about a 1-yard loss. Also coming in there to help out on that play for the Scrappers was Drew Gitchell.
Yeah, and the Scrappers have some good young players on this team, and you mentioned how promising the junior high looks. So, the future of Nashville football looking bright.
The junior high did a good job. Went to Fountain Lake last night, come away the 7th, 8th, and 9th, all 3 won. So the future is bright for Scrapper football. So Bus, your quarterback, he waits on the snap. He wants to throw it this time. He has a quick pass out to Hare. And then he's going to be knocked down, but not until I think he gets the first down. And Scrappers had to catch him from behind that time. It was Drew Moody over there, or Blake Moody. I'm sorry, I do that every time. That's his dad, but it's Blake Moody. And also coming up to help out on that play is going to be Landon Maggie on that play. So first down. No, that's going to be 3rd and 1. Excuse me. I thought he got the first down. So Cobra's trying to get a first down here in Scrapper territory. Bus wants to throw it again. And this time he'll throw it out to Hare again. He'll drop the pads, and I think he gets the first down as he lowers them over there, knocking him out of bounds for the Nashville Scrappers out of that defensive backfield. For Nashville is going to be Kamari Canaday.
Coach, we're nearing the 3-minute mark in this game. This one winding down quickly with the clock not stopping.
Well, Nashville rotating players in and out. Everybody getting to play here on homecoming tonight here, Mark. So Bus in the gun. He'll waste the snap. He'll hand it off. Right side goes his running back, and then he'll be dropped. And coming up with that play for the Scrappers is going to be a couple of guys that's brand new in the game. Fabo Di Fadio. Hey, that guy is from Italy. He is a transfer. He's an exchange student. He got his first tackle in America right there.
That is something to write home to the family about.
Fabio. How about that? Fabio made the play.
Fabio. That is a
he can call home and say, hey, I made my first tackle tonight.
That is a great name.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 6 for the Cobras. And again, they will hand it off, and right into the middle of that defensive line goes the back for the Cobras. And that's number 74, Lonnie Coulter, getting off that pile, also making the play in there. Again, Fabio Di Fadio.
You got to write home. You got to call home. FaceTime the family back home.
Yes, sir.
And I tell you what, though, the family may be watching on the live stream.
You never know. We could be being watched in Italy right now.
And we should thank, once again, we got to thank our internet sponsors, the Church on the Rock.
There you go.
For making Fabio's family able to see tonight's game.
Exactly right. There's a pass across the middle, and he stretches the arms out. That's Hare for the touchdown. A nice pitch and catch there by Bus to Hare. So it's been a while since the Cobras have scored, and they'll do it with the clock running at 1:30. So 62-18 now our score.
Yeah, and the clock stopped momentarily. Seemed like last touchdown they didn't stop the clock, and I was hoping they wouldn't do it here. But
yeah, they have to do it by rule. So if they didn't stop it last time, that was on us. We should have stopped it after the touchdown. That is the sportsmanship rule.
I don't think anyone was complaining about it.
Yeah, but you want to get these kids in and let them play as much as you can.
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
So the Cobras late getting a couple of players on. Plenty of time on the clock as they will attempt the point after. Placement down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:32 left to go in this contest, Nashville 62, Fountain Lake 19. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Futrell Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services.
Go 10 yards and they'll get the football.
That was a well-executed onside
You got to get on that football. And Nashville had this is I think we had some different folks in there. Hopefully that was the case. If not, it's going to be definitely a learning session. And I want to apologize. Boy, he made some plays in there a while ago. Our good buddy down at the radio station, Jim Penson's grandson in there, and I was calling him Maggie. His name is McGee, Landon McGee, and he had him 2 or 3 tackles in there, so I apologize for mispronouncing the last name there, Mark.
Well, it's, we don't always know the names, and that's why we appreciate, folks at the radio station.
Jalen, she corrected us, and she should have.
Yeah, it
And we got a guy that's not covered over there. Now we finally get over there. Some of these youngsters are getting their eyes full. And just lost that on the screen. So I'll have to go to do it the regular way, looking out on the field. And that'll be a pickup of about 9 yards, getting off the bottom of that pile for the Scrappers. That time was Drew Gitchell. So it'll be 2nd in inches for the Cobras. Nashville trying to run all kinds of players on the field.
Yeah, we're under a minute to go here. Time for 1 or 2 more plays.
So Buss will take it. He's going to throw the football, looking downfield. Now he'll throw late. He's got an open receiver, and we're going to tackle him in bounds. Now they say he finally gets out of bounds. With 32 seconds, that clock continues to roll. As they're up to the line in a hurry, Cobra's trying to get one more score before this one's over. Arkadelphia leading 35-21 in the 4th quarter at Bauxite.
I think this may be the last.
There's the snap. Buss looking for the end zone. Nobody there. Now he'll turn and throw late. The ball is caught or not? Yes, it was. Touchdown, Cobras. Right when time is going to run out, they'll have a chance to make it a extra point good or not. The clock says 0. So the last play of the game is going to be a point after, or a 2-point. We'll see. 62-25 with no time on the clock. It's Buss. I couldn't tell who he threw to that time there.
I could not get a number on the receiver that time. That was kind of in the far left corner.